G'day everybody, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. Big one this afternoon, Swans taking on Port Adelaide. One of the games of the season. It's good old fashioned winters, late season, sort of on paper one side of the fair because this is a second versus 15th matchup. But as always, we cannot underestimate the opposition. This Port Adelaide team, even though they sit 15th, have probably gone a bit better than what their ladder position does suggest, but geez, are they banged up this afternoon or heading into this game today? No 𝐼𝐷𝐸, of course, still no 𝐓𝐴𝐸 𝐵𝗏𝗠. A lot of first team players out for them. It's one of the more inexperienced teams that they're fielding this afternoon. And as for us, it's no gimme. It's a game we really need to knuckle down, find a way to win, and hopefully we can win well to show up a spot in the top two with Brisbane's win against Hawthorn last night. It gives us the opportunity to go 6 points clear in second place, and that pretty much then allows us to then afford a loss in our last two, and we can still finish top two. But ultimately, if we want to really be a good chance come finals time, you need to keep on winning, keep building the premiership runway, and it's doable here against a bit of a banged up Port Adelaide side, then Essendon the G, follow with North at home to finish off the season. But yeah, wow, if you just joined us, what a game that was, Freo Melbourne. Hey, that was a cracking contest. I really felt that game could have gone either way. I just had that expectation for Freo. You know, they've been digging deep. Their second halves have been great. They'd surely find a way. But I tell you, Melbourne a different grade at the MCGs we've seen all year long. Their surge footy off momentum. It was, wow, some sort of contest. Freo kicked 3 in a row, then the Demons would respond back, and then they executed late. Petty had a big game in the end. That was crazy. I mean, Demons, to be fair, have conceded, I think, 3 games in a row now, conceding over 100 points. But, yeah, as they've showcased all year, they've been a very entertaining team to watch. So I suppose Freo dropping that game, we're still mathematically a chance for the minor premiership. Come on, guys, we can still get there. But obviously, actually, no, is that right? No, that's true. Yeah, because if we were to win this game, we'd be 8 points behind the Dockers, but they still have about a 15% advantage over us. Bottom line is we just need to find a way to get this done. Hopefully no injuries and shoring hopefully a top 2 spot. But as we do state, Port Adelaide are a tricky side usually when we do play them. And of course earlier this season we almost lost to them. And to be fair, they're tough over there at the Adelaide Oval. But let's hope we can flex our muscles this afternoon. Have a look at the ins and outs. Will Green, of course, the debutant for the Swannies. That's great to see him get a crack. Our first round pick in 2023, the young ruckman. Unfortunately, earlier this season, he fell down the stairs. And because of that, he was out for quite some time. There's the MCG stairs, I'm pretty sure, when we played the Hawks. Ludham's has been out a little while with the groin issue. Grundy's obviously having his kid, so well done congrats to him. And then obviously this now gives the opportunity for Green to have a go right before the season's end or right before finals time. It's going to be tricky for him. Jordan Sweet's a very physical ruckman. Maybe McLean takes more of the ruck contests, and then we see maybe Green maybe sort of have that 50% time on ground kind of role that young rucks can have. Let me just configure the audio here, make sure it's all correct. There we go. All right, cool. We're good. But whatever you cut me, chat lads, Aaron and Denley, top 3 game all year. Oh, for sure, mate. One of the games of... Oh, no, are you talking about this game or are you talking about the Melbourne Freo? I think you're talking about the Melbourne Freo game. Yeah, no, this one's a pretty tough one as well. A pretty top one as well. But yeah, Port can trouble us. And Grundy, look, he's a big part of our clearance game. And Port, even with their outs, they've been tough in there in the midfield. So we can't get complacent. We were good in the clearances last week, but again, I felt Grundy had a big influence in that game. Of course, 𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸's in. First time this season he's in, which is great to see. Another injury-interrupted pre-season for him. And then obviously the young and debutant Will Green getting a crafty ruckman. He will start in the first centre bounce, so I do wonder if he get more of the I'd assume he gets more of the centre bounce ruck contests, and McLean probably around the ground a little bit more. Sam Wicks returns from injury / VFL time. So, yeah, we haven't really brought in a like-for-like for Rowbottom, so assuming we see maybe Mills pushing there a little bit more. Campbell and Cootie has spent some time on the ball last week too. Hamling and Melican in for Rampy and also Will Edwards. Rampy managed, he was pretty important last week on Liam Ryan. We're underway, lads, at the SCG. Port taking on the Swannies, and Sarong's going to be doing another tagging job. How about that? He's on Horn Francis this week, so he starts in the centre bounce. First clearance going Port Adelaide's way through Jordan Sweet. As Mills will start defence on Corey Durden, and Todd Marshall now whacks this ball forward into space, inside 50 here. And Jordan now tackled, sorry, that's 𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿 tackled well. There is Braden Campbell, tackled well from, I think that's Harrison Ram, number 32. Swans by 30, should have picked Sheldrick as like for Robot. Yeah, that's fair enough, but I thought the midfield mix when Robot went out was actually okay. Like, we saw a bit of Mills go in there. So Sweet gets the hit out against Green. Heaney now extracts out to Mills as we get the rebound 50 in clearance here. But, well, guess who? 𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿, he always causes us trouble since he's joined the pair. He drops the intercept mark, though. One of the best intercept markers in the league, statistics-wise, this season, but still recovers. Gives to Joe Berry. It's a short lead of Todd Marshall now. Peels off, plays on. Inside 50, that's a poor kick. Should be marking that 𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿, though. Drops it, recovers. Matty Roberts flicks it across here to 𝐼𝐶𝐰𝐿𝐼𝐿, and we'll clear down the line here. 𝐼𝐶𝐞. That's a good effort there against 𝐼𝐿𝐿. Couldn't take it, though. Chad with the bump. Sort of stifles a possession there from 𝐼𝐿𝐿. And that one, boy, tackled. And we'll have a ball in here, centre wing. Totally deserves a shot there. Yeah, very happy to see him get a crack. Suspect. He's been in pretty sound form, really, for most part this season. And hopefully he can eventually get his first goal in the big leagues. He missed a few last year. And he's such a natural finisher in the VFL, so hopefully he gets his chance this afternoon. McDonald brings it to ground. Lloyd in front position. Papley now to Good. And good hands to Nick Blakey. He can go for goals. Low flat kick. It's a touch ball there. A bit of a fumble. And Port for now defended okay. Lear's kick's a bit of a risky one, though. Roberts and Joe Berry guide it. Jordan Sweet at ground level. Takes on a tackler. Well, that's pretty easy against Jake Lloyd, to be fair. Oh, piss blast there. That's terrible from Sweet. But he's able to get possession again. Moraes now here to Darcy Byrne-Jones in defence this season. Laterals the ball across. Here to Willem Drew. Jeez, it's pretty sunny out there. Whoever's working in the broadcast needs to get these exposure settings right. It's bloody bright. Anyways, Anastapadopoulos, however you say his name, he goes down the line. And well defended from Tom McCartan. How do you say it? Anastapopoulos. I think it's something like that. Then for a Flats attack. Oh, yeah, it's a rough loss, mister, but oh, look, loss isn't the worst in the world. Still going to finish minor premiers and a good dress rehearsal before the big dance if you are to make it. Anyway, good pressure there from Port, forcing out the full kick. I think it was from 𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿. I mean, he still at least kicked over 100 points. Like the Demons, that's 3 weeks in a row now they've conceded over 100. But, yeah, geez, their surge footy's impressive off momentum. They just went bang and responded to the challenge as well. I mean, but it was great. Both teams responding to challenges. But no, at the same time, nobody really wanted to defend. Anyways, Byrne-Jones now. That's a bad entry there. Picked off from Riley Bice. Good after quarter time, I thought, last week, Riley Bice, as he's now laterals the ball here out across to Jake Lloyd. So Lloyd now inboard here to Matty Roberts. And looks like a okay kick. 𝐶𝐞 brings it to ground. Papley now, spin move. Did well. Hands it across here to Charlie 𝐶𝐞. Flicks it over the top. Bit of a nothing hand pass there. Jake Lloyd now at ground level. And we'll have a ball in here just outside of forward 50. But yeah, I tell you, Freo panicked that last quarter. They just couldn't handle it. And to be fair, I mean, do you give them a mulligan? Because I think if you plug a lot of teams in Freo's situation, the same result probably would have happened. I mean, they're tough to beat over there, the Ds. I think we certainly probably would have done the same. You know, Green is away free there, so not an ideal start for him there, giving away the free. Now Berry now taps it into space, does well. Joe Berry now hacks it forward, and it could work here, and it does. Mark to 𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿. In front position there of 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿, chance for Port to get the first. He's been a revelation the last month odd so for Port, 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿. Kicked through in the first half against the Dockers. And yeah, Joe Berry, he always shows some signs. Got out goal side there against Blakey. Just dumped it on the shoe. Nothing special. And got front position there against 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿. Yeah, it really does suck with Will Edwards being out. I don't think 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿's been in great form in the VFL. And Snell's out injured too. So it's really who else. Rampy managed, which is fair enough as well. And fortunately for us, Jado misses. So first minor score, first score of the day. Yeah, no, they play good footy. But yeah, like, are they good enough to win the flag? Like again, the defence another week conceding over 100 points. Oh, geez, that went right through Harrison Ram's mitts, but they have the numbers here. Port to recover. Bergman's kick smothered. Good tackle there from Campbell. Ball up here. Started a little bit flat here. Port have been able to get a bit of field position, and we just look a little bit off. But hopefully we can start turning the screws a bit. Sweep the hit out, and Green registers the tackle. Umpire's ball. Yeah, I wouldn't say choke necessarily, but they did panic late. I think they just, it really felt like they could have gone either way. But, I mean, again, the D's, how they just capitalised, surged their way through was pretty impressive. And they got a few rough calls, I did think, umpiring-wise, but look, couldn't stand up. But Mulligan, I suppose, does well. Extracts the hand pass out, winds, flicks it out. Moraes dumps it on the shoe. And it's the wrong side, the shoe on the post, minus score. So 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿2 plays 0. As Bice quickly goes to Melican here. And drops it short to Hamling. Getting some chances here, Port. 5-2 inside 50s. Down the line now. It's a really good mark from Ram. So young key defender in game number 5. Hits the 45 across here to Wines. Now over the top here to 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿. So Joe Berry now inside 50. And, oh, that's a great mark from Whitlock. Came in from the side, got front position and takes a good mark. He's, rangy customer, Whitlock. Takes a beautiful mark there. Yeah, looking off so far. Already conceded 6 inside 50s to 2. So without Tom McCartan last time out, we played him. And McCartney's in this week, but Melican already getting beat twice so far. But his inaccuracy has been a letdown this season, Whitlock. He's only kicked 19 goals, but he's been a bigger presence than what probably his scoreboard suggests. 22 behinds. Let's see if he can kick this. No, the set shot kicking just isn't his forte at the minute. That's another miss to Port. Very similar to the start against Port Adelaide last time out. He got the field position early on. I think they kicked 0-6 before they kicked the first. So that doesn't even register for a score. Blanking out of the 50, going to an outnumbered contest. So got to fly for this one. Oh, well done, McDonald. Very good last week, Logan. Probably one of the best on ground. Impactful when it mattered. Umpire's ball. So just in the field of play here. Another head out to Sweet. Heaney now does well. Powers his way forward. Just stays in play. Cootie great last week to Campbell. And we're running in waves here. Now towards half forward. Curnow at the back maybe slips over. Ram, what can Totoli do here? Ram over the top to 𝐼𝐴. They dump out of the 50. And drop mark there from Bergman. Looks like we're sort of... Yeah, again, like this sun. Bloody hell, it looks sunny out there. Lorenz now down the line. Good asset mark there from Heaney. Just couldn't get the purchase on the kick. He was pressured. Lorenz. Heaney now back the other way. Couldn't quite find McDonald on the full there. Vicentini goes to work at ground level. Flicks it over the top here to 𝐴𝐵𝐿, the former Giants. He goes down the line. Well defended. Turnover here. James Jordan back inside 50. And 𝐼𝐴, good front position there against Charlie. He has a slight fumble. And we'll have a ball in here. So yeah, very good defensive side this year, Port Adelaide. And we're seeing it already. And we've had a few opportunities going inside 50. Just can't quite hit targets on the full. 𝐼𝐴 defending that one pretty well. So ball in here. Green against Sweet. Sweet with a hit out. Lorenz going to mop up this one. Oh, that was clever there from Lorenz. No, it was a trip against Papley there. So Lorenz is free. Going to go long down the line with this one. And Burgoyne. His last 2 weeks have been good, Jace Burgoyne. And that's a good mark overhead. Just hits a short ball here. 𝐴𝐵𝐿. Going to go long down the line with this one. Green in a good spot. Couldn't take the mark. Bergman, quick hands. Sweet across here to Burgoyne. And they now go inside 50 of this one. Port towards a one-on-one. That's got to be a free against teammate. No, 𝐼𝐿𝐴 was held. Yeah, looked like a bit of a lotto free there. Anyways, Jakey Lloyd goes short here to Callum Mills. Looking like they're well defended here, Port, so we're going to go for a switch instead. Mills going to go out across here. Got the outnumber of Heaney. Let's see if we can move it with a bit of pace here. Heaney now. No, sorry, it's Riley Bice. Takes 2 bounces. And he burns Jackson Mead for a bit of pace. Blakey goes back here to Bice. Goes inboard, and that's a nice kick. Finds Isaac Heaney. Can we try and find something here through corridor? We're piercing inboard Campbell. It's not the greatest kick from Campbell, to be fair. Will Green for his first disposal. And it's a good one. Nice stuff from the first game. It finds Jake Lloyd on his lonesome. And the winger can go and potentially kick the first of the game. 𝐓𝐴 McDonald crushed the... Yeah, no, that was good there from Logan. That was before the other side of the ground. From the USA, good to see you in the stream, by the way, Cole. Unfortunately, I can't broadcast it. I'll probably on paper, Port might struggle with this one, but they've started well. They almost beat us last time out, Cole, so we'll see what happens. Jake Lloyd, always a lovely kick for goal. Let's see if he can kick the first here. 12 goals, 6 this season, for a first score of the game at least. And he slots it. Well, there you go. Port have been a bit wasteful, and we capitalise there. So we got the first of the game. Well, good stuff there from Will Green. He was backing up Campbell there. It was, yeah, simply if you go back in the corridor when they've got a few numbers around it, Port, the kick just has to be perfect, and it wasn't quite there for Campbell. I mean, he's got to try and get the 2 hands on that one. But Green, a few fumbles there from Port. Green, a nice composed kick, and this is always the benefits with Will Green. He's a crafty ruckman. He's skillful, and that's a nice bit of vision there. Goal assist from Will Green already. Yeah, it was some game, Badger, mate. Really could have gone either way, but good old-fashioned shootout, I suppose. Well, back in the middle here, sitting with the first. Sort of fortuitous with Port missing some as Jace Burgoyne getting some centre bounce time. We'll get the clearance here, not the most effective as Bice will get the intercept possession, not the greatest hand pass for Blakey. Turnover here, so we're now on as non-preferred, goes inside 50. This could sit well for, yes it does, for 𝐼𝐿𝐴. How do you pronounce that name? I need to bloody search it up. Tom 𝐼𝐿𝐴 pronunciation. Anastassopoulos. Can he slot this for his first goal in AFL footy? And he slots the middle. Port with their first. Anastassopoulos. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister, that one, the Greek surname. Well, Port with their first. They were due for one with a few signers early on. Yeah, Mills there, sort of off position. It looked like he was going to go long with a high with that kick but he cut it short well enough. And yeah, it was still quite a bit of a high hang time in the kick, but yeah, Mills just off his man there a wee bit. The downside with Mills is, geez, his pace can get exposed at times, so one to watch. Anastassopoulos. There we go, I'm a fucking natural saying it now. Back in the middle, McLean in the ruck time. Good hands from Wines and releases on French with another centre bounce. Clearance on the chest. No. 𝐓𝐴 couldn't take it. Blakey back here to Hamling. Back here to the Lizard. And he just gets there to Mills. So Mills now going to go short here to Blakey. Oh, geez, Lizard, that is an absolutely horrific turnover. Horn Francis will probably pounce on this. He does. My goodness gracious me. Well, we did see this last week from Nick Blakey. The first quarter was a bit of an absolute shocker. Had a few bad turnovers and he got back into the game. So, reset here. Well, he just tried to... I don't even know what he was trying there. It looked like he absolutely simply scuffed the kick. And then, well, had numbers there. Let's see what Blake was trying to do. Yep, just an absolute shank. Off the side of the boot, and Horn Francis makes us pay. So 2 in a row here for Port. Good old Nick Blakey, eh? He's been a gem this year, but I tell you, there's just some things he does that makes you go, what on earth is he doing? Let's see if we can win a centre bounce clearance here. Good hands from Gould and releases Chad. Takes a bounce and cuts the kick. Just couldn't quite get it to Braden Campbell. Ly's been a great improver for Port this year, but a good chase down tackle there from Sarong on the ball. Geez, that's a big kick from Sarong right to the top of the square. McLean, Jessie. Oh, it's another behind for Jessie. Oh, it's just never going to happen. It's going to be Lewis Jett all over again, to be fair. He sort of just kicked it in a rush. Minor score there. Jeez, I tell you, McLean could have marked that. Had good mitts on it. Chase Burgoyne now. Back here to Alear. And that's a risky kick, but should find Wines. No, well defended from Detoli. Got a hand in there. Sarong extracts it. Jake Lloyd. Back here to Detoli. And it's a nice measuring kick to Chad. That's good there from Jessie. Well, this will be a tricky kick for Warner because he's a right footer on the wrong side. So he might measure it home. Might go check site, see what he does there. Yeah, I think Blakey's kick, he just, when you sort of arc around, he just hit the side of his boot, it looked like. Kind of off balance a bit. He's going to go drop punt here, Chad. He's been a good goal-kicking form, really, since the midpoint of the season. Let's see if we can slot this through. Jeez, lovely kick from Chad. Absolutely splits the middle. How about that? As we get a goal back. Yeah, no, I mean, I tell you, Chad, since the midpoint of the season, has actually been pretty insane. You know, I think we all critic him a bit and felt like, geez, could we get a bit more from Chad Warner after his first half of the season? He's still having good games, but no massive games. And geez, we've seen that pretty much almost on a weekly basis from him now. But a good kick there from Detoli. He was the one that caused the forward half turnover as well by getting a hand in there. So well done from Jessie. And he found Warner out the back there in the pocket. Which that flare from Chad. Back to a point. Getting an early push here from Port. McLean back in the ruck here. Billy Cootie time on the ball. Sarong and Horn Francis Heaney in there too. It's going to be high there against Cootie. Yeah, definitely there. Horn Francis is free. So Van Wyck. The big boy, number 47 mid-season draftee. He's also getting some time on the ruck. So quite a few youngsters out there today. As Burgoyne now goes inside 50. Whitlock in a good spot. And it could be an instant response here for Port. Hamling slightly off his man there. And I tell you, 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿 and Hamling so far are getting tested a bit too much for our liking. So I know Whitlock's been quite shocking the goal kicking front of things, but you'd expect from, this is a pretty elementary set shot coming up here. Jack Whitlock should kick this. And he does. So good response there from Port. Back out to 7. A little bit too easy there. Hamling and 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿 were quite literally on the replay screen. Both completely missed the spoil. So ball back in the middle here, Port by 7. Good tackle from Sarong. Buzz ball. So Sarong and Norton Francis have just joined us, doing a tagging role on him, similar to Nas from the second term onwards last week. So James Jordan's gotten demoted. From the scramble, Port get it to the outside, and 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Good kick inboard, finds Bergman. So what can he find now? Lowers the eyes inside 50. Could work out the back here for Jace Burgoyne. Back to the goals though. Twisting, turning. That's not on the ball. Stripped. High kick. It's going to be paid 15. Van Wyck. No outmark there from Tom McCartan. Geez, he's a big bopper, Van Wyck. Have a look at him. Where are we? Oh, Wicks. Absolutely poor spatial awareness there. Kicks it right into a man on the mark. As now Wines goes back the other way, but the kick was rushed and pressured out in the full here. So now McCartan goes quick, and that's a good kick to find Kyle. And gives the hands to Mills. It opens up here with Chad. Detoli. He's on the outer, but he goes deep instead down the spine. McLean. McDonald. That's a great mark. Beautiful there from Logan. That's what I'd like to see more from Logan. Those big puck marks. It's still a bit limited of his game, but really rose up there well. 4 goals last week for Logan. Took his chance as well. Let's see if we can slot this. It's going to be from outside 50. Pretty much dead eye in front. I'll get 5 memberships if you can beat my Grizzlies today. 22.7 is the benchmark. Yeah, sure thing, mate. So there we go. Don't even know what themed it is. But yeah, 4 goals last week against the Saints, Logan. Let's see if we can slot these first. Kick's on its way. It's a beautiful kick. And yep, it's got the leg. Yeah, he's having a good season, Logan. As we get a response, it's goal for goal here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had one of the games of the year earlier. Could we have another one here? Bit of goal for goal. He's pushing 40 goals this year, Logan. He's, having a great season. And, he's got more goals than 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴 this year, hey? Hey? Who's the better key forward of the 2020 draft? Oh, I'm only joking. Just having a laugh, of course. Yeah, he's been clearly hindered a bit, 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴 this year. But no, it's Logan, he's a huge loss for us last year, and he's been important this season. 3rd highest rated performance of his career last week against the Saints. He's good in the 4th quarter against the Saints earlier this season too, so he's playing St Kilda. Back to a point here. Straight over the black dot if there is one. Yeah, no, not playing rugby. Good push out there from Horn Francis and gets separation from Sarong, and they get the clearance here again, Port. So centre bounce clearance has been pretty good. Burgoyne started well. Can he hit a target inside 50? Bergman I've had usually pretty good. Defended well from Goulden. And a good repeat effort there from Bergman on a good tackle on Mills as Port get a forward 50 stoppage here. So yeah, Port really since last 10 weeks, they've been a very good clearance and contested possession side, and they're winning those 2 facets of the game early on. Van Wyck hit out only as far as Heaney as we clear the ball out of the 50 here. Campbell and Burgoyne, guard. A good tackle there from Mills. Let's try and force a turnover here, and as we do, but it's ball in dispute here. Top in the kitchen, as Van Russell would say. Sarong, a good tackle. It's a good tackle technique there from Sarong. They're holding the arm so it doesn't allow Burgoyne to dispose of it. Burgoyne, game high, 10 touches for him so far. Green with the head out on Van Wyck. So that's good at least for Green. Like, he'll get some ruck contests against Van Wyck, who's also on debut too. So it's not like he's going to get them all against Sweet, who's a physical beast. So another ball up here. It's going to be whack forward from Drew. And it's going to be a last disposal free, though, as the kick was just a hack forward and out of bounds. Oh, geez, why have we played on quickly there? Okay, well, we want to go down the spine here by the looks of it. Mills towards the pack of plays. Good mark from McLean. Need more from him today. Against Alear too, as he now feeds Errol Goulden. Oh, good chase down from 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. And he forces an intercept mark there from Josh Lyon. That's well done. That's what you want to see from your pressure forwards. There's Port now in the back 50, work the hands. Brian to Burn Jones, and now here to Joe Berry. Cuts it inboard to Burn Jones. He goes the 1-2 to Berry. Not going to give away free here. Just didn't need to do it. Had the numbers there to force the turnover, but I think it was a late hit. So Berry now goes back inboard. Oh, geez, well done there from Chad. Alert on the turnover from Joe Berry's kick. Now back the other way. 𝐼𝐴𝐛𝐾 does a fake. Oh, geez, he's given it to Green. What's he doing? Well done. He's done okay. Chad now just needs to measure with a kick to DOS. Well done. Geez Louise. Made kind of hard work of that. There's McLean. Oh, what's he doing here? Just go for goal, son. You got the leg. Jeez. Oh, I appreciate the kind words, Collier, and I don't mind calling the footy. I mean, as a Sydney supporter, you get up and about a little bit more, so I appreciate the kind words. I wish I could watch along, but it's like Aussie Sports Radio. You can watch along if you wish. Is that a bad thing, or I wish I could watch along? You watch it now. Yeah, you can do what you wish, I suppose. 13 goals, 2 this year from McLean. Let's see if we can slot this to give us a lead. No. It's the face. So, minus score, all square. Game on here, 2:13 to play till quarter time. Burn Jones to bring it back into play. Oh, well, that's a ruck moment if we've ever seen it. But he recovered well, Will Green. Quick from the kick in port. Oh, not quick necessarily, just short, I should say, to Bergman. As he finds Corey Durden on the wing. Thanks for subscribing, Vert. Appreciate it. As Durden now rewards the run here to Lorenz. Flicks the hands to Joe Berry. Oh, bad hands there from Berry. Turnover and coming here to Tolly. Ground level was clean enough. Weeks jams it on the shoe. Probably had to lead, sort of the time and space to at least do something with the ball, but just jammed it on the shoe, so turnover. Back in Port go. Trying to take on the corridor. As 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐿 now. Inside 50. Towards the rucks. Good ball from Green. They've got the numbers though. Durden around the corner. And he's made a muck of it. Just sneaks it in for a minor score. And that was his non-preferred, to be fair. Been a very good pickup this year, Corey Durden from the Blues. Obviously for Port Adelaide, that is. Mills quick from the kick in to find Harry Cole. Another young defender out there. Growing by the weeks, it feels like. Jags the hands to Gould, and he goes short here. I can't see who that is. Is that Roberts? Yes, I can't really see because of the sun. Oh, well picked off there from Burn Jones. Alert with a hand passing there, but a bad turnover. Christ. Turnovers galore here at the minute. 𝐼𝐴𝐛𝐾 now. Works okay to Blakey. No, number fumbled there. Ball to be won. Horn Francis. He's clean enough. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐿 gives it to Drew. Out here to Horn Francis. Charging through the middle of the ground here. The Hornet. What can he manufacture? Hits the 45 out into space for Joe Berry to go and get. Rewards the hands of Anastopoulos. Gives it back here to Joe Berry on his left shoe. Can he hit a target? He can. Good footy enough there from Port Adelaide. And they can get a 7-point play here if 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐷 can convert. Oh, geez. It's, yeah, the disposal really from both sides has been pretty ordinary so far. And Port were able to make us pay there off the turnover well enough. Horseshoe their way around via Horn Francis, and he's going to go for a snapshot here, 𝐷𝐿𝐷. So to get this out to 7 points, just before quarter time, 𝐷𝐿𝐷 snap around the corner, hits the woodwork. Geez, I thought Childers' support had been a bit wasteful. So 7 seconds to go, that will probably do for quarter time. So Mills long down the line. To Port's credit, they've started well in first halves against the top sides this year, and they do take the lead at quarter time. I think we've fought Childers that they've been missing some gettable chances. But yeah, at the same time, like their execution, a few of their skills have looked quite ordinary. And same with us too, to be fair. But the fundamentals we seem to be lacking a bit. We're usually able to glide and work the chains and work the hand pass as well. But Port have been good enough to pressure us and at least get a hand in there. So you'd hope we can at least lift somewhat after quarter time. But yeah, let's see these stats from both teams. And yeah, like no Edwards and Rampy. I think I'm really worried with no Edwards for the rest of the year. He's a bigger component for us. And geez, we look a bit hollow back there so far with Melican and Hamling. Port have already taken a few marks inside 50 and beaten us, I think, in that stat. Yeah, 5-4. While some of our opportunities have been a bit of hard work too, and that's how you got to beat Port. They're a disciplined side. They defend well, and yeah, winning the inside 50s just by the 1. Clearances +4, contested possessions +7. So haven't really been able to grasp any sort of control in this game so far. 3 goals, 4 plays 3 goals, 2, that is, sorry. Tackles 13 to 10. Tackles inside 53 to 0. Port's way. Let's have a look at some of the players' stats. The Geelong Essendon game started, by the way, as well, so we'll load that up. Where is it? Big overlay. Let me just load up the right game hub thing. There we go. Alright, cool. Cats with the first two. There we go. Cool. Well, Chud started really well. He's got a goal in his name. Kicked a beauty from the boundary. 6 touches. I'd say our most impactful ball in hand so far. Apart from that shocking turnover from Blakey, he's got his hands on it. Sarong with the 6 disposals. Doing the tagging job, obviously, on Horn Francis. I think he's been okay on him so far, but he's been pretty impactful at disposal at the same time. Jason. Gould with the 6 disposals. But yeah, look out of whack a bit so far. Green with the 3 hit-outs. Jordan Sweet. Let's have a look. Where's Sweetie? He's got the 4 hit-outs. And Van Wyck's got 6. But yeah, he's a bloody big gonk, that Van Wyck fella. Have a look at some of the centre bounce attendees. So I think I saw 𝐓𝐡𝐞 a little bit in there too. So, yeah, Sarong's gotten 100% centre bounces. He's been in there all the time on Horn Francis. And then, yeah, McLean getting quite a bit of goes in there too. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 spending some time on the ball as well. Oops. But Totola, I think, started this game quite well. It was just the 3 touches, but he's been quite good with it. Was able to get a goal assist. And Will Green, of course, on debut too, getting the goal assist early on as well. But yeah, look quite a bit off the ball so far. The pressure has, yeah, just 178. It's been a bit of a free-flowing game. Port's pressure hasn't really been that great either, but I mean, really, I don't think really either side's been quite slick with the ball. They've been a bit, they've been able to obviously outmark us inside 50 a bit better. But yeah, geez, Melican and Hamling in a final. Oh, geez, that scares me a bit. We're getting early looks at it so far, and it's not great. 5-1 in the centre clearances as well, as we all know. We're a very volatile team in the clearance department this year. So I need a lift. And again, as we said pre-game, Grundy's a big presence for us when he plays well for a clearance game. And we're seeing it so far a bit. Can't really quite win in the middle as easy as we like. All right, just join us, lads. Something going well. Quarter time. Better get it underway for the second term. Port started well here. 2-point advantage they hold at the first break. 18 to 16 intercept Sydney's way. 5-2 intercept marks. Yeah, a little bit too often they've gone in there and they've just been able to outmark us and seems we're playing off our opponents a little bit too much. So yeah, Sarong does continue his time on Francis. Chad in there. Green starting the ruck. Heaney in there too. Bergman, Wines and Francis. Underway for the second term. As Chad bursts his way through. Probably a bit too much there. Ooh, umpire's ball. Sweet and Green. Sweet with the hit outs. As Jackson Mee gets the clearance. Goes through Mills' mitts. Push out was okay from Tom McCart. And oh, geez. Zato got his head taken off there from 𝐴𝐸. And this is a chance for Port to well, get the quick goal here for the second term. So it's a lovely hit out there from Sweet. They get the clearance through Mead. A bit of a panic, a bit of a hack ball forward. It was a good bump out there from Tom McCart. And then, yeah, the follow-up effort was not good enough at all. Got Zato there completely high. So Mitch Zato, he had a side early on. Put it across the face. You expect him to kick this directly in front. For his first of the afternoon. Kicks on its way and splits the middle. Good start for Port, and they get a goal early here. So 8 points for Port. Sloppy there, and it's been the theme of really this start so far. Sloppy with disposal, and a tackle effort was not good there. From Tommy McCartan. And Mills, I probably should have mopped up that one a bit better too. It went right for his mitts. Just not looking alert there. He got his head taken off. Oh, reset in the middle here. So, ball back in the middle. 8-point advantage in favour of the visiting team. 11-6 in the clearances their way too. Need to start trying arresting that back our way a bit. Heaney now extracts out here to Jordan on the wing. Rewards the running of 𝐼𝐸 Sarong. Now cuts it inside 50. That's a good looking kick for 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Well done. That was very similar to the 𝐵𝐸𝐿 𝐻𝐿 kick in the first team where he cut it and found a target. And yeah, lovely kick there from Sarong. Probably been one of our best so far, 𝐼𝐸 Sarong. And let's see if he can slot this. I love 𝐓𝐡𝐞's game last week. Big fourth quarter too. Took his chances. He's running through the midfield a little bit as well so far this game. And yeah, good mark overhead. So, don't need this. Get this back under a goal. Sorry about that, lads. Just finger slip there. Billy 𝐓𝐡𝐞. And absolutely splits it. Good stuff there from the draftee. Back to 2. Yeah, geez, goal for goal here, as we said in the first term. Could we see, yeah, another 100-point shootout as we saw earlier today. Oh, goal from the centre bounce there. Looked like Green got his hand on that one, but Heaney from the scramble did well. Got the first possession, and we're out there. And yeah, lovely kick from Sarong. So as Lorenzo's man there. So 4 goals, 2 plays, 4 goals, 4. That's our first goal from the centre bounce. Green gets the hit outs into space here for Sarong. Can't quite get it. Sweet now. Takes on a tackle. Just jags a hand pass forward, but not effective. Ground level to Jordan. Out to space here for Heaney. Pushed off far too easily from Francis. He's got some numbers around the pill here, though. Lloyd. Campbell. Nice bit of awareness there. Now, how's the kick? That's okay. Drew can't quite take it. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 ground level. Punnels it out here to 𝐵𝐿. He flicks it back here to Matty Roberts. He could have a pop here, Matty. Curls it back beautifully. Well done, Matty Roberts. I think his last 2 weeks has been very important, Matt. Good goal there. Well, quick 2 snags in a row. Good work right there. Get the out number. Work it inside 50, and yeah, it's good there from 𝐵𝐿. Held up a layer. Found Roberts, and yeah, always a lovely kick of the football, Matty Roberts. He's had a few siders the last couple of weeks as well, and yeah, not really much of a goal kicker, Matty. You've got Lloyd, he's actually kicked quite an amount this season. And, well, to be fair, he plays more of a forward role. But yeah, Roberts, not really much of a goal kicker this year, and yeah, curls it back beautifully. Yeah, Hey, Drew probably could have marked that ball. Back with the flight is just kind of out of his reach there. Good goal, Matty. So back in the lead. So 5 goals, 2 plays, 4 goals, 4. 2 goals to 1 in this second term as Green smacks a head out forward. 𝐴𝐸𝐸 in the scramble. Oh, got his head taken off. Going to be free to his way. Yeah, no, Green started this quarter well. We're going to head outs to advantage as now Mills goes inside 50 with this kick. Come on, Will. And he's got the mark, Will Green. Chance to kick us first in the big time. Swung forward there. Oh, this will be a moment. Well, we said in the first quarter his ball skills has always been the positive of his game. Well, let's see if we can kick this. I mean, oh, geez, here we go. Could kick it like a ruckman. But yeah, as we just said before, some of his head-out work on the centre bounce has been quite good to kick off this second term. He pushed forward and, well, no one really went up there for Port, to be honest. He was out of position to leg. Will Green for his first in the big time. Oh, stabs at it. Oh, dearie me. He stabbed at it. Unlucky. Well, let's hope he gets his chance. And, of course, we're still waiting on 𝐼𝐸𝐸 to kick his first goal this afternoon. Yeah, I think the nerves got him there. As Burne-Jones goes down the spine in the Burgoyne direction. Can't quite take it. Got some numbers here to win this ball. But no, we can't. Well, you lose that contest even though we're out the outnumbers. But that was not a great kick from Durden as he mops up there, Hamling. He goes back here to Goulden. Good the last 2 weeks, Goulden. Let's hope he can build in this game more as we now work the hands. Wicks across here to Mills. Need a good kick here from the skipper, and we do. Tom Papley. I think he's just on the cusp of his range here, Tom. He will have to arc around. Oh, I would have loved to see Green's kick his first. I had a feeling he'd stuff it up, and there you go. But no, his kicking's definitely actually, unironically, one of his strong suits of his game. So, and usually slots him quite well in the VFL. So it's quite a bit of a difference when you're just kicking behind the goals of just Green, Paddocks, no crowd, compared to out here. Tom Papley coming back. Got it. Well done, Tom. A few in a row here as we now push out the margin to 11 points. So much better second quarter here. Feels like the intensity has risen a little bit. More often than not, we seem to be getting the outnumber at ground level contests, and that can turn into good opportunities. Yeah, good goal from Papley. And yeah, we're starting to see some a hand passing game come to effect here too. As that was quite rushed in the first quarter. Good goal from Pump, swung back the right way. So, ball back in the middle here. Green with another hit out. As the ball trickles out for contest here. Oh, clean hands and timing to Bice from Goulden. Bice now finds 𝐴𝐸𝐸. That is exquisite play. Wow. You could not hit that air pass any better. No, it's to 𝐼𝐸𝐸. I thought that was 𝐴𝐸𝐸. Again, I've been through this before. 𝐼𝐸𝐸 and 𝐴𝐸𝐸 look so similar from a wide camera angle. I mean, obviously, 𝐴𝐸𝐸's the more stockier type, but the hairstyle, from a distance, they look the same. Come on, Jesse. Chance to kick your first, son. He's such a good natural finisher in the VFL. Yet to kick a goal. Can he do it here? Will Green had his chance. He made a mare of it. Chance for Jesse 𝐼𝐸𝐸. Kicks on its way, and he splits it. Jesse 𝐼𝐸𝐸. And there we go. Does the handshake with Goulden. About time. No Lewis Jetta. 2.0 for him. Jesse's got his first in the big time, and it's been a while coming. Good stuff. How about the build-up to that goal, though? Quick hands from Goulden. So it was sort of like a 50-50 hit out from both rucks there. Goulden gets the loose ball, and wow, Bice times his run to perfection there. And, well, young O'Brien was miles off his opponent there. I think when you have a player like Bice come through at a pace like that, it is hard to defend, to be fair. And that's an interesting celebration, just the handshake with Goulden. Oh, I want this young man to succeed. He's talented, very, very talented. There's still quite a bit to work on his game, but yeah, good to see him get a reward from VFL form and kick his first in the big time. Well, let's not stop here. A few goals in a row. Let's keep on putting the foot down here. 5 inside 50s for 5 scores. 4 goals, 1 to be exact. Oh, geez, wow. How about that? Bodywork from Sweet, but good strip there from Campbell. Back the other way. Another inside 50 here. Can 𝐼𝐶𝐞 now get on the contest? Looks like he can. Outmarks 𝐼𝐶𝐞 and outstrengths. Well, all of a sudden, chance to get this out to over 20 points. If 𝐼𝐶𝐞 can kick truly here. Of course, 𝐼𝐶𝐞's leading the Coleman. As I've said before, I want to win a premiership with him more than win a Coleman, but I suppose that would be good for his personal accolades if he can get the job done. Let's see if Charlie can slot this to continue the run on the goals here. It's been a really good second quarter, putting the foot down here. Charlie 𝐼𝐶𝐞, his kick. Oh, he's made a mare of it across the face. Swung to the left. Well, accurate somewhat so far, with 7 goals, 4 at least. So margin now, directly a 3-goal game. There's Lorenz to bring it back into play. Well, Paul don't want to stop here. I mean, can they get back into this contest and start challenging again? That's going to be an arm chop free against 𝐼𝐶𝐞, so Aliir's ball. Oh, Lee couldn't quite hit his target on the full for Drew. Now 𝐵ICE back the other way, charges through, gives it to Jake Lloyd. Lloyd on the run. Oh, just couldn't quite hit that one. Usually slots those ones on the run, Jakey Lloyd, across the face. So a few waste opportunities here. So Lorenz to bring her back into play. 7-1 inside 50s this quarter. Goes to 𝐵ICEntini. Should hold this, and he does. Very tall side. Obviously, Port Adelaide have come into today. I think it's like 5 players over 195 centimetres they've got today. Ⅰ uncontested possessions to 1. So Port have really barely had possession. As it's another turnover there. That's a back kick from where 𝐵ICE intercept mark. Quickly inboard here to 𝑑'Toli. Gives the hands now to 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Now, inside 50, this kick for Logan. Oh, well defended there from Lai. Front on contact. I think he's a bit unlucky there, Lai. We'll see the replay. Thought he did okay. Must have got a hand in there. Let's see if Logan can slot this. Aussie Trump, hopefully going well, mates. Looks like a nice day. Yeah, looks like a good day out there. Big turnout by the looks of it too. Earlier this season, I was actually having a ponder on the attendance numbers and sort of looking at AFL tables this season. Geez, the attendance at the SCG has been fantastic this year. Even like the non-marquee games, there have been some big attendances compared to the years of past. Logan McDonald swings back truly. He's got 2, Logan. As we capitalise off a few gettable chances across we had earlier with the 2 binds. Well, margin now out to 25 points. We have put the foot down. We're trailing by 2. Then Port got the first of the second term. And it's been unanswered goal after unanswered goal. Well, Port, just aren't really finding the quality of disposal. Like, there's just been far too many turnovers in the back half. I mean, that's an unforced turnover there from Ware. We're alert there off the turnover. Obviously, our turnover game, very good when it's up and about. Yeah, I thought Lai did okay there to get a ball in. Must have gotten an arm. Let's see. Yeah, no, I didn't get the ball at all. I think that's a fair call. Stiff, but I think it's there. McDonald was a bit of a skew of kick, but swung back the right way. Coming second on the ladder with helps of crowds. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like, we definitely had a lot of games even throughout the 2020s. It was just a lot of, it felt like sort of standard attendance kind of games. But yeah, geez, it feels like every SCG this year, they're really filling out the seats. As again from the centre bounce, we have really responded well. 5-0 as 𝑑'Toli now to the pocket. Beautiful. Jake Lloyd. Geez, the quality of disposal has been good this quarter. And this is what we expect. High expectations, Can't settle for mediocrity as a Sydney supporter. No, only joking. But no, it's good to see so far at the minute. Let's see if Lloyd can kick this. I think he's capable. 1 goal to his name. Kicked a nice set shot in the first quarter for a first of the game. Let's see if he can slot this through. Jakey Lloyd. Across the face. On a score. So margin now 26 points. Jeez, bloody hell, the exposure. What's with the exposure at the minute? Like, it's bloody bright, and the sun seemed to go away a little bit. As now line goes down the line with this kick. Got some numbers here. It should be all McCartan's. Again, they just can't win a contest up the ground at the minute, Port. The ball's just been living in our front half. 𝐼𝐴 now. Wants to cut it in board. Just gets it there to the Lizard. Gives it down to Goulden, even when he's got a man on him. Goulden now inside 50. Couldn't quite find Kerner there as Vicentini gets the intercept pluck. Port's pressure's evaporated. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I felt the pressure from both teams were quite low anyway the first quarter. It felt like a bit of a free-flowing game. It was just really something at our disposal, and we were off the ball a bit defensively. But, yeah, we've really sharpened up this quarter. So, ball in here. 𝐕𝐴 he gets front position. Good stuff from 𝐸𝐴. Hands into the space here from for Sarong. And another ball in. That Melb doing Freo was great to watch last quarter. Oh, yeah, some game. Yeah, D's a different grade at the G this year. They just seem to play this terrific surge foot, like off momentum. They're so hard to beat. They seem to just go and find that extra gear or another gear at the G. Very, very good to watch. And I felt like Freo would get home in that final quarter. You'd think they'd be good enough to put them away, but just how they'd surge back again and kick a few in a row, that was the case all afternoon. Freo were keeping them at bay. The D's would get back in front with a few in a row, and it was just like that the whole game. Down the line here for Port from Van Wyck's kick. Chad, lovely spin move, extracts the hands out. Cole now, oh, probably just got the hand pass out. Goulden now to 𝗸𝗏 on his left. 𝐸𝐴. Oh, nice kick. Non-preferred if you don't mind. McLean here. Back to Nick Blake. He cuts the kick inside 50 for 𝐸𝐿. Good football again. 𝗸𝗏's really getting involved. It's good to see. I know it is a bit of a weaker Port Adelaide side, but no, it's good to see him now having a good half so far at AFL level. But I do want our other D's go in finals because, again, like it's another week conceding over 100 points, but attacking-wise, geez, they're good to watch. Like, Gawn's a huge influence for them. 𝐓𝐡𝐞, game changer. Well-balanced forward line. Everybody can play their part. Harry Sharp had some good moments. 𝐸𝐿 now. Yeah, that's a better kick. Continues to maintain his lead on the Coleman Charlies. We get another goal. After Port kicking the first of the second, it has been, let's actually have a look now because it's getting out of hand. 32 points the margin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unanswered. And Port actually haven't even gotten a single point. The ball's just been living in our front half. And a good kick there from Liz to find Charles. Because he doesn't have the best whistle in the league. Yeah, no, he's a bloody good player. I still think he's had some subpar performances for his standards this year. Oh, this is just slick football. Chad now. Wow. Oh, Heaney couldn't take the mark. Not paid it. Goulden crushes through. Cootie, good hands. Logan works to Goulden. Trying to twist on his left. Gives it back. Riley Bice. Riley Bice. Wow. It's an onslaught here, ladies and gentlemen. 7 goals unanswered. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is just the power that we can provide, I suppose. And the other game's looking a bit one-sided too. Geelong 29-4, that's pretty much expected given it is Essendon. And we do have the Dons next week, but at the G, it's no gimme again. But yeah, we're really stamping our authority in the game. Some slick football here. Port, yeah, they just can't go with us at the minute. Our hand passing game's looking really slick. Our running power, yeah, they're struggling big time here. And it's not really the inside 50s necessarily. It's just been between the arcs, getting outworked, outclassed, and Goulden back to Bice. Yeah, rare goal kicker Riley Bice. Is that his first of the season? McLean works it out to Pupley. Geez, how does Pups get separation there? Christ, we are playing with some sort of momentum here. We can't do anything right at the minute. Just watch now turnover come. Jeez Louise, Sarong now. Here to 𝐼𝐵. Back here to 𝐴𝐥𝐝. Back inside 50. Who can have a fly here? In the back. Oh, dearie me. Well, could be another goal here for Charlie. This will be, what, 8 unanswered? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's going to be 8 unanswered here if 𝐴FL kicks this. Charlie 𝐴FL for goal number 2. And elementary for him. It's 8 unanswered goals this second quarter. Wow. I mean, again, as we say, this is what the Swans can do. 44 points the margin. It's good to see. It's obviously a banged up Port Adelaide side, but no, it's a sight we do want to see for us, though. We really want to put the foot down and stamp our authority. And geez, are we seeing it here in the second quarter? Let's see. A bit of a weak free there from 𝐼𝐵. I think he's a bit stiff there. That was a pretty similar free in the Freo Melbourne game. I think it was Amos who got the free. It was against. It was against the Melbourne defender. I couldn't remember quite who it was, but quite similar to that. I'm going the Blues, I reckon, Smith. That was some sort of win last week, and it's a hard one to pick. I feel in general St Kilda Carlton games are just such 50-50 matchups. Like they just always seem to be like the matchup that could really go either way. But yeah, I think the Blues off that win last week, they're playing some really good footy. And I mean, the Saints are a tough team, and you know they were playing some quite slick footy in that first half against us too. But yeah, like we've kicked 5 goals from the centre bounce this quarter. That is an absolute onslaught. 5 goals in a quarter from the centre bounce. And then usually you might get 2 or 3 for a game. And we're getting well beaten the centre bounce clearances, so it's been some sort of response here after quarter time. Sweep with a hit out. I mean, Port have barely gone inside 50 this quarter. We'll get another clearance here. Sarong just jams it on the shoe. McLean taps out into space. Can't quite get it to 𝐼𝐥𝐝, but he wins it okay. Turnover though. Sweep back here to Berry. Works across here, Ollie Wines. Grand hand pass into space here for Bergman. Just going to jam it on the show. That's a back kick from Miles. Needs some trajectory on that kick, but fumble from 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Todd Marshall now. 𝐼𝐵 with a fumble. Marshall back the other way. Jams it on the shoe again. Bobbling ball. Hamling, just take the tackle, son. Does well. Boswell. Oh. 67 to 26 disposals this second quarter. 47 to 13 uncontested possessions, but finally Port get a forward 50 stoppage here. Wines. One on from 𝐴𝐿𝐴, extracts it out. Cole at ground level. Spits it out. Mills a bit of a fumble. Flicks it back here to Roberts and, instead of his right, just jams it on his left. Spall there from, I think that was Lorenz. Vicentini goes to work at ground level. Bad hand pass, puts Burne-Jones under the pump, but does okay to recover. Got some numbers around this one. Can we force a turnover? Great tackle from Wicks. Chad pounces now on the turnover. Flicks to 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Got to be quick here now to slick Wicks. Takes a bounce around here by the looks of it. Ground hand pass, not the greatest for Chad. Got the outnumber again, though. Good running from Wicks to provide the option. Gives it across to 𝐼𝐵. Bit more forward of the centre this the game, and that's just too easy. Sarong and his absolute lonesome. Good hit up from 𝐵. And 𝐼𝐵 𝐸 can now add to the score sheet. Well, again, it's work rate. It is simply work rate. Like, we get the hack clearance out there, ball to be won. It just felt like we had more numbers there, and that's been the case of this second quarter. We are really outworking this Port team. So it's not necessarily the slick stuff. It is also the hard running that we're seeing well this quarter. 𝐼𝐵 𝐸 for his 6th goal of the season. Kicks on its way. Big kick of the football, as we all know. He's a fan favourite, this man. He's on the board, 𝐼𝐵 𝐸. Well, could this man be a James Jordan 2.0? The scope on this young man is really exciting. Plays wing, can swing in defence, and now a bit of a tagging job. Getting some time on the ball. Oh, he's an exciting prospect in the long run, 𝐼𝐵 𝐸. I like watching Pommy and Oz lose the fight. Yeah, no, he's a passionate man. He's a great man, Pommy. Lovely chap. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's a lot of Carlton supporters. I remember years ago, I just remembered it. Harry Mackay got off a Harry Mackay got off a suspension, and Pommy did on his Instagram or something like a cover song. You know, Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. It was like, and so Harry can play. Now don't talk back, you wankers. He's here to stay or some shit like that. Oh god, I gotta bloody let him know about that if I don't know, maybe venture into a stream or if maybe he pops in here. Horn Francis now marks. Jeez, this has been fucking crazy. It's been what 9 goals and answer this quarter. And Port kicked the first, the second. They're up by 8 points at one stage. Strong now, tackled well. Got the kick away. I don't think that can be deliberate. Yeah, throw it in. Well, if you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, it's 50 points the margin. We were down by 8 points in this quarter. This is what this team can do. But yeah, again, as we say, it's a pretty hindered and banged up Port Adelaide side, but we're capitalising here well. Mills now clearance. Yeah, that's going to be holding the ball probably. No, he didn't have Pryor. That's fair enough. Bice tackled well from, is that Lorenz? No, Joe Berry. Umpire's ball here. Well, they were saying they turned early on, Port. They were looking quite sound defensively, but yeah, they've just been getting absolutely torched between the arcs. We're hitting targets inside 50. It's really all Sydney. This second quarter is now Heaney or 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Jake Lloyd in a bit of space here. He goes over the top to find Charlie. Nope, drops the mark. So ball in here. Carlton supporters back the hell out of their own team. Oh, it looks like, I know, sorry, last disposal for him. Must have come off Charlie's shoe. Burgoyne now. Moraes. Across here to Ware. Snaps it back into play. Van Wyck. And that body there. By Hamling. Ball in. Jeez, he is a fucking big gonk. I've said it a few times, but he's bloody massive. That Van Wyck fella. I mean, Green's probably just as tall, but he's yet to really fill out in terms of stockiness. To be fair, I think really every supporter base kind of bag their own team. Like, sort of depends on the context of the game. And, you know, they're obviously hurting the Blues, like, lack of success and stuff. And, yeah, they had that chance in 23 in that prelim. And to be fair, we really, I mean, obviously, not the pump up our own times, we're obviously a very successful side, but in terms of premierships, you know, the last 10 years, we both had the exact same. But, now it feels like the screws are turning for Carlton. Like, Voss is gone, and they're playing some really, really potent footy and playing some free-flowing footy under Fraser. I do wonder if he gets the job. Oh, Durden keeps his feet well, hands it in board, slaps it back. Corey, too much. No, he breaks a tackle, snap around the corner. Oh, good goal from Corey. There we go. They break the onslaught, Port, with a goal back. Probably would have liked to see a bit of a better tackle attempt there from Mills, but, oh, look, I'm being a bit too critical. Back to 44. Good there from Durden, won the ground ball, got the 1-2 there with Ware. Yeah, no, it's bad tackling there. Bad tackling. Oh, good on from Durden. Sydney fans quite polite. Oh, look, I think you get your bad apples of the bunch with any supporter base. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of fucking arrogant Sydney supporters. I think that can get always a bit lippy. Green, good hit out, but not really to anybody in favour. He got the hit out forward. Drew the clearance, but Blake under this one, intercept mark. So after, I think it was 9 in a row, Port have responded with a goal back. As they now work the ball to Campbell. Now here to Jace Burgoyne. Jace Burgoyne, sorry, the man on the mark. Campbell now goes inside 50 with this one. Good mark from Elliott. Pushed out Curnow and got the intercept posse. Now, in terms of politeness, I've always found like the 22 grand final, Geelong supporters were pretty polite. Like, where I was sitting, it was sort of a technically a neutral bay, but there was quite a few cut supporters around us. And, you know, we were sort of chatting to a few and stuff. And, oh, well done there from Ware. He nudged out 𝐷 𝐼𝐿, if you don't mind. Well, Ware now can go inside 50 with this kick. Can he hit a target? Yes, he can. Finds Jackson Mead. So he can snap around the corner and make a turnaround here for Port. So to get this back under 40 points, can he slot this one, Jackson Mead? Laid in, of course, with 𝐸𝐴𝐵𝐵 𝐵𝐵. Heart and soul type player, 𝐵𝐵. So I think he would have packed a bit of punch if he was in today. Mead around the corner, no good. Alongside the posts, the father's son. Pick from, I think, was it 2018, 2019? Can't quite remember. 5 goals, 5 here for Port. So last minute or so has been a bit better. But ultimately, it's quite damning that second term. 9 goals, 4 to 2 goals, 1. Pressure factor, 210 from us. 173 from Port this second term. Cole now long down the line. Big gonks go at it. Green gets the spoil there. And a good tackle from, I think that was Jordan. So Green and Sweet here. Sweet with the head out. Heaney now. Works it back here to Goulden. Twisting, turning. Oh, well picked off there from Chase Burgoyne. Back the other way. Burgoyne to Big Van Wyck. Can't quite take it. Humling's spoil was okay. Kyle gets the hands out. Goulden extracts it out. Blakey. Spin out of a jam and Humling tackled. Ball's actually still stayed in play here. And now it's gone over. Joe, for going well, mate. Yeah, well, what a second quarter this has been. Looked like a bit of a game in the balance early on, whilst, yeah, I mean, we were quite rusty a bit with our skill, but it's been some slick football this second term. Might have to actually turn on my light, getting a bit dark in here, given it is a twilight game, as it will be pitch black by the end of this. As they work the hands here, Mead, oh, good pressure. Anastopoulos' kick was smothered, partially smothered, I should say. Oh, geez, it bounces over a couple. Anastopoulos gives it to Durden. Good tackle from Mills. Umpire's ball. Let's not concede one here, I suppose, before quarter time. Yeah, I don't think that probably is holding the ball. Mills, it's a good tackle, but yeah, no, definitely not ball there. Sweet, Green. Ball trickled out. Green at ground level. Nope, Henny wasn't looking. Clean pick up though. 1 minute to go until the main break. Been a powerful quarter of football from our boys. Yeah, no, he's shown some good sides. It would have been nice to It would have been nice to see him kick that goal though, Jay. He's a good kick of the footy. So in front of a big crowd, obviously it's a bit more of a challenge. Good to see 𝐸 kick his first. He's had a promising first half of footy too. He's had some clean disposal and impactful stuff. Port winning the inside ball last couple of stoppages, and well, Heaney outmarked by Chase Burgoyne, if you don't mind. That's a good mark. He's probably been one of the Port's best, Chase Burgoyne. Let's see if we can slot this and make a turnaround here for Port. Chase Burgoyne. He's going to go to the check side here. No, he's made a mare of it. Just sneaks in for a point. Yeah, check sides are bloody hard kicks to master, I tell you. Jake Lloyd, Jordan now out of the 50. Clean, looked like he was getting his bloody collarbone held there. Anyway, siren sound, wow. What a second term from the Swans. 9 goals to 1 that quarter. Absolutely, no, 9 goals to 2, sorry, that quarter. Absolutely Port, this young and inexperienced Port Adelaide side of the sword. Felt like, the usual strengths came to the fore there. Some slick hand passing, hard running. And, geez, were there some quality goals. I mean, that centre bounce clearance where Goulden gave the quick hands to Bice, perfect time. That was absolutely brilliant. And after losing the marks inside 50 for the quarter, we're now winning it by 5. So it's been quite a bit of a turnaround here. Pressure's been very good too. And really for the majority of the quarter, apart from the last minutes, a few minutes of that term, geez, we absolutely locked the ball in our forward half. We're losing the inside 50s, I think, by about 2 at quarter time. We're now winning it by 9. So it's been a good turnaround from us. Very, very good response. And yeah, it's sort of what you expect at the same time, given it is a pretty inexperienced Port Adelaide team. So 42 points at half time at the main break. Let's have a look. Oh, geez, Essendon yet to kick a goal. We're talking like maybe some one-sided affairs potentially for this Saturday twilight. Let's hope tonight's game, Adelaide from Richmond's a bit better. Deary me. Hopefully the Tigs go well though, like that. A good spirited win last week, but yeah, Adelaide at home probably a bridge too far for them. Good to see Sam Wicks back. Yeah, no, he's a fan favourite. Just the 3 disposals for him. But yeah, geez, we're getting some good contributors. I tell you, Josh Sarong, I'm loving him. 11 disposals, got a goal to his name. He's tackling well with 5 tackles. Doing the job on Horn Francis. Quite a term from Horn Francis. He had a good first quarter, but a bit quieter from himself. Callum Mills with 15 disposals. Blakey's been a lot better by foot this quarter after that mirror in the first term. Goulding starting to get his hands on it a bit more now. 19 touches at half time. Wow, that's actually quite a bit. Chad Warner with 13. So it's a bit of the same culprits, really. Heaney getting his say on it. And Bice is, probably one of his best first halves of the season. He's kicked that lovely goal. 11 disposals, using it well. Totali's been clean. Impactful with his disposal too. Like that head up he had on his non-prefer. That was beautiful to see. Campbell motoring okay. Will Grant, some good signs. He's been able to manufacture. Again, would have liked to see him kick that goal, but I suppose you can't have it all. Don't push your luck. Harry Cole, looking settled back there in defence. Papa with the 5 touches is the 1 goal. But Kaka play that second quarter. Wow. Absolutely put into the saw. Let's see the other game. Well, Dempsey's has put another through for the Cats. Wow. 9. Dempsey's got 4 goals. Jeez Louise. Bombers have got 0 goals for. They had to register a score. But yeah, as we said before, 9 plus inside 50 is our way. Clearance is still losing by 1, but the centre bounce clearances, what a response. I think it was 5-1 in the first quarter against us. And I mean, we've kicked 5 goals from the centre bounce that quarter. That is an unbelievably good number. Contested possessions, we won that quarter. And yeah, just dominated possession really. Port really couldn't get any quality going forward, to be honest. Could win much contest up the ground. Getting really absolutely torched there. That second term. But yeah, can't complain. Can't complain. Let's hope it's a cruisy second half with no injuries, I suppose. That's not looking good. Yeah, we might flick that on whilst we do the footy grid. Smith, I don't know if you're quite here, if you're still here, mate. We'll see a bit your score. But we're back. I'll be back in a quick sec, lads. But yeah, wow, what a powerful second quarter from the boys. Right, back, lads. Just join us half time. 12-6 plays 5-6. Yeah, very powerful second quarter. A bit chilly in here. I'm just going to turn on my heater, so you'll probably just hear some. Oh yeah, you can probably hear that. It's actually a bit fucking chilly in here. I've got the window closed as well. Nick Sandwicks, yeah, probably could get there, Gab, mate. Still, this is my chance to take down 𝐻𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I had a good hit out on the Stat Chat channel. Yeah, it was. Make sure to check it out if you haven't already, lads. Stat Chat Sports. They do some really good quizzes and always good fun. And yeah, play Flanners in the semi-final. So I think that video will be out soon. See how we go there. All right, let's move that across. So I'm just going to scroll up and see what you got again, 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Forgot the number that I have to beat. Where are we? 22.7. Okay. Well, let's see if we can beat that. Right, so where are we? Okay, so it's a Freo and Melbourne theme one. 50 plus games, 2 different clubs. And then we've got Melbourne theme one here. Luke Jackson teammate, 195 centimetres or taller. Grand final player. Okay. Well, we'll go Luke Jackson teammate. We'll go Ethan Hughes. I think he's a bit of a forgetful one. 0.2. Good start. Melbourne teammate. I think 𝐬𝐿 Hannon could be a sneaky one. Yeah, 0.4. Grand final player, Luke Jackson teammate. What are we thinking? 21. I feel James Jordan could be a little bit high because he was the sub. Jake Bowie, maybe. He did play that grand final, like game number 7. But I feel that's a bit too obvious to pick out the youngsters. Well, actually, no, we don't need to go with Demons player. We could go a Freo player that's played in the grand final. So you could go like 5. Or you could go Mason Cox. But again, he's a bit too recent. Could go Sonny Walters. Might leave that for now. 50 games for 2 different clubs. Usually like to go Paul Williams for this one. He's a pretty decent one. Unique. Go on, Unique. Oh, 𝐓𝐿, mate. Start loading up the membership, son. Oh, I'm getting cocky. Nah, let's not fuck up here. Right, grand final player, 195 centimetres or taller. Oh, geez, options here. I hope we flog Port by a huge margin. Yeah, hopefully, mate. You know, this is a game that we just need to find a way to hopefully get done well, and we've seen that pretty sufficiently so far. I mean, geez, I tell you, that second bloody quarter was absolutely nuts. Yeah, bloody hell, absolutely sleek football, which is what we like to see. Grand final play here, 195 centimetres or taller. There could be some really like obscure ones. Darren Jolly, yeah. I mean, you could go with a lot of plays. I might go Paddy McCartan. I think he's 195. Because he did play in 22. Oh, lads. Lads. How about this? A few uniques. Here's one of the best grids so far. I've done a little while, but let's not stuff it up here. Melbourne, 195 centimetres or taller. Okay, we'll go... maybe Jeff White. Yeah, a bit too obvious. Fucking hell. I should have just gone with bloody... really anybody else. Freo, 195 centimetres or taller. Maybe we'll go with Josh Corbett. No, he wasn't 195 centimetres. You're absolutely kidding me. Okay, we'll go... grand final player, Luke Jackson teammate. I'm just going to go... Who's like a very obscure player? Or maybe they could be well known, but you just don't want to like... Let's go 𝐼𝐵 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝗹. Okay, that's good enough. 3%. Alright, so what percents are we on? I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0.8. Only on like 9% so far. Unique's preloading the gun, yeah. Alright, 195 centimeters tall for Freo. Go Luke McFarlane. Oh, you're absolutely kidding me. Was he not 195 centimeters tall? I just thought of a key defender. Oh, God. Maybe like one of their young key defenders. I should have just gone with one of their younger key defenders, Hugh Davies. 0.9. Yeah, bloody should have just gone with him. Oh, we've stuffed up this grid. Unbelievable. 50-plus games with two different clubs. Let's see if we can finish on a high note here. The Demons... I could just go like Ben Brown. Might go, Farm would be pretty obvious, but let's just go with him. Right, well, what do we get in the end? What do you actually look? Rarity score. I think we might have to complete the grid. Dairy meat. Well, we stuffed it up in the end. We should have just gone with something a lot more simpler than that. Instead of bloody McFarlane, I should have just gone with bloody Davies in the first place. And then, yeah, we probably could have gone with, what, something simple for Freo, like... dairy meat. Well, let's do the... What is it again? The bloody logic quiz. I want to try and complete that. How bloody tall is Luke McFarlane, by the way? A key defender. 192. Probably an undersized type then. Because I was just thinking, you know, key defender. 192. Bloody, I didn't realise he had it. Didn't realise there's a bit of fucking Leo Barry about him. Christ. Alright, well, let's do the logic quiz while we wait. How long until the second half? Oh, bloody hell, this is bloody glitchy as 𝐓𝐿𝐴.
I'm not one for participation trophies, but here we are, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Hold on a sec, sorry. Glitches. Fucking... There we go, cool. Well, thanks for $5, mate. Not here for participation trophies. There we are. Oh, no, thanks, mate. Yeah, no, stuffed it up. Got ahead of myself. Right, where are we? Cool. Let's try it here. Quiz 2026. No, but appreciate the $5 though, Smith, mate. Always appreciative. Alright, well, yeah, let's do this logic quiz. Hopefully this will work now and won't get fucking booed off the site for, oh, you've got an ad blocker. Fucking piss off. Alright, here we go. Giants. Adam Treloar teams are in this row. My state rivals in the corner from me. So I think this one was the Bulldogs. Yep, and this one was Collingwood. And then the corner one, Giants. Interstate rival from me is on. So this one was the Swans. And this one was the Dockers. Let me just zoom in a bit. As you can see, there we go. Magpies, happy teams in B1. Watch along. Bulldogs, South Australian based teams are 2-2. So column 2. I think Port were here. No, let me just find Port again. And then the Crows, I think, were here. There we go. Cool. All right. So a lot of this is memory, by the way. No, that's not the Dockers. Bulldogs. Collingwood. Dockers. Swans. Alright, all the S teams are touching. That was Hawthorns in B1. Or Queensland teams are based in row E. I think the Suns were here. What are we missing? The team, yeah, we've done that one. Any eligible remaining teams that can fly? I think the Bombers were here. All right, who are the remaining teams? The Eagles, that was the other one. Cool. The first three premiers of the 2020s decade are touching. So they were Richmond, Demons and Geelong. Richmond, Demons and Geelong. All feline teams are in column 3. So that means Geelong will be in here somewhere. Oh yeah, you have to have a few stabs and some guesses as well. All the S teams are touching. The Saints be here. Yep. Music is in B3. Fucking music. What on earth is music? Oh, I think I remember this. Was this one the Demons? No, it wasn't. Oh, dearie me. Well, let's just picture where the Demons could be. Let's try C3, D3, E3. A lot of this is just a bit of minesweeper going on here. All right, so they're not here. Was it E2? Okay, let's just start again. So we had the Dockers. We had the Swans. The Pies were here. Dogs were here. Now his players getting back in position, by the way, lads. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky old quiz, isn't it? What could music be? Music in B3. Yeah, again, there's some bloody tricky ones. And I remember completing it last year. I just completely forgot. Because even though it says logic quiz for 2026, it doesn't really update it at all. There's no changes to it. But it's good fun quiz. Right, lads, we're underway for the second half. Players back in positions now. 42 points in favour of Sydney. It's, yeah, powerful second quarter from us. 9 goals to 2 quarter. Bombers on the ball. They kicked a goal. Good to see, I suppose, as that's not even half time. And the Cats are up by 59 points in that game. Unfortunately, Verve, I can't show the game, mate. Yeah, like... Yeah, it's broadcast and all that stuff. To be fair, it does say watch along in the title, so I don't think it's really clickbait necessarily to watch along and watching along, you know. But I'm sorry, I can't help you out, man. I'm sure there's a few dodgy streams and stuff. Anyways, we're on our way, lads, for the third term, Sydney by 42 points. Let's hope we continue to put the foot down and let Port back into the contest. As they will do when they send a clearance here through Horn Francis. Hamling drops his lollies. McCartan spin move. Here to Kyle. Does well to evade. Some pressure. And kicks it right into a smother. And 𝐼𝐻𝐿 puts out the full. Yeah, you can help at least. That'd be good for broadcast rights, yeah. I know that the last years AFL really cracked down on broadcast stuff, even like uploading highlights and clips. I know some Instagram pages have been hit. Yeah, they've really cracked down on it, unfortunately. Anyways, now we work the hands in board here to Riley Bice. Through the corridor. Back kick there. Oh, surely paid the mark. Yep, here's Horn Francis. So Jason Horn Francis now getting the job. Oh, getting tagged by Strong, I should say. Twitch doesn't work. Yeah, jeez, I haven't used my Twitch in ages. That's when back when I played a bit of FIFA. I don't know why I have it on my graphic. I suppose it's just a bit neater to have like 3 socials there. Better than none, I guess. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 now marks and just hits a short one here for 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿. So, Drew now, what can he manufacture inside 50 here? High ball up. Who can he find? Spoils come. Heaney now. Out here to Jordan. To Goulden. Just jams on the shoe out of the 50. It's a long ball. Not to anyone in particular, as it will be coming back here through Josh Lai. But he's tackled okay from Campbell. And, oh, geez, they made a muck of that, Port. Fumble from 𝐼𝐵. Terrible hand pass. Good work from 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Bad tackle attempt there from 𝐼𝐵. 𝐶𝐞 on board to Heaney. Out the front here. Oh, no, 𝐵's too short. Yeah, some of Heaney's hand passing in space has been a bit sloppy this afternoon. Turnovers galore here at the minute. Joe Berry now. Inside 50. Well, it works here to 𝐻𝐡𝐞. Well defended there. I think that was from 𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿. Good tackle. Bice goes in. Extracts a hand pass out. Turnover though. Drew now back inside 50 here for Port. Well, outnumbered here. But from the side, 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐿 almost. Spall from, I think that was Hamling. Flick the hands. Mills. Misses Jordan there. Sarong, well done backing up. Tricky one from 𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿 though. On the kitchen here, no one can really get a clean disposal at the minute, but now looks like we can as 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿 just jams on the boot towards the wing. 𝐵, well done. What can he now manufacture? Cutting in inboard, nothing really on, so he goes back on the outer to James Jordan. Goes back here to Tom 𝐵. Takes on a tackle. I don't know why we gave it back to 𝐵 there. That didn't really look like it was on. Turnover here. Still haven't had a stop in play here. Burne-Jones. No, can't mark that one under Stopopoulos. 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿 to 𝐵. Back here to Josh Sarong on his left boot. McDonald can't quite take the mark, but he's in front position, so he gets the gather here at ground level. Breaks a tackle on his left foot. A clever kick to find Campbell. He can't take the mark. Well sport from Lai. As finally, looks like we'll have a break in play. No, Campbell just doesn't let that one... Why is he not letting that one roll over? Okay. Still play on here. It's been a while since we've had a stoppage here. Marshall now, usually good field kick. That one works okay. Horne-Francis, good hands. Mead now onto the lead, and he finds 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐿. Okay, finally Port can get a shot at goal here. Oh, geez, that was a scrappy bit of play from both teams there. I don't know what Campbell was doing there. He should just let that one roll out of bounds. He just toe pokes it right for a turnover. Could have at least locked it in. Well, can he slot this one, Jack 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐿? The set shots, he really needs to improve that in the off-season. He's a rising talent. He puts out in the full. Mills now in the green direction. Spall comes from sweet ball in. Looks like Sarong's given away free here to Horne-Francis. So now he lowers the kick inside 50. It's a beautiful kick to Todd Marshall. Well, let's see if he can slot this one after the out in the full set shot from, what's his face? Jack 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐿. Well, Todd Marshall to get the first of the second half here for Port. No, he's made a muck of that, but he sets it up. But Green with the double fister through from minor school. So first score of the second half going Port's way. Mills now quick from the kick in. It looks like we really want to take the hands on here. Oh, Bice. How are those the hands for hands to Heaney? Down the spine. 𝐵, he's too short again. Heaney's kick couldn't quite cut that one off. Detoli gets in there. Sweet taps it back out to Burne-Jones. Now back here to Lai, to Bergman. Going to attack the corridor with his kick. It's a risky one, but it works overhead for Willem Drew. As he now laterals the ball across here to Jacob Ware, the former Giant. Advances now past 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿. Inside 50 again here for Port towards the pocket. Hamling in front position did well. Jordan Across here to Matt Roberts. Not really much to go to down the line, so he laterals the ball out here to Tommy McCartan. And now he hits it into space here for Jake Lloyd. Holds and marks. And that's a tough one for Papley to go and get as O'Brien carries it over. So ball in here, been a bit of a sloppy start here for both sides. 7 minutes in yet, have a goal. Well, 6 minutes in, I should say. What's for dinner? I haven't really thought of it yet. Now these 4 o'clock games, you have dinner a bit late. Oh, missed those hands there, Joe Barry. Now we pounce off the turnover. Lloyd now to a 1-on-1. 𝐚𝐤𝐬 and 𝐼𝐗𝐿. 𝐚𝐤𝐬 too strong. Well, they've, I think, probably the last few minutes of the second quarter to this, Turnport have been able to win a bit of more of the inside ball on the inside, but Barry's hands have to be better there. Missed his teammate, and we pounce off the turnover. Lloyd, no fuss there, goes to a 1-on-1. And chance for Charlie to kick number 3. And, you know, he's playing a good opponent of 𝐼𝐗𝐿 as well, so it's not like he's playing an absolute gimme opponent. Charlie 𝐚𝐤𝐬. Should be pretty elementary for him, directly in front. As he does. Well, it's going to be hard to see 𝐚𝐤𝐬 not take home the Coleman medal, I think. Actually see the stats for the goals. Haven't actually really looked at it this round. So 𝐓𝐿 has kicked a couple. He's tied second with Ben King, who's yet to play. So they're 53 apiece. Tracy's on 50. Morris with his 5 goals on Friday nights pushes him into 6th with 51. But yeah, 𝐚𝐤𝐬, I mean, he had 57 before this game, and he's going to be leading now by a bit more with 60 already to his name. And he could have a bit more to say in this game. Jesus Christ. I mean, the cheer squad need to bloody think better. I mean, why on earth is there bloody AI-generated posters in the cheer squad? Bit of a shit look. Green got the head out there. Well done. Chad now bursts his way, extracts it to Goulden, dumps on the shoe with a wobbly kick inside 50. 𝐚𝐤𝐬 maybe again. Brings it to ground for Jake Lloyd. Flicks a hand pass back to Charlie. He just flicks over his head as well for Campbell. Dispossessed. Goulden, though, arriving to the contest well. Can't quite keep it in play. No, it does. No, goes out. So 13 goals 6, plays 5 goals 7. Ball in here, centre wing. Half time in the other game, Geelong 69-16. They putting him to the sword, but it looks of it, the Cutters. Down there at the Cuttery. Will Green now. Drew to Wines. Better hands there. So now get the clearance here, Port. Burgoyne around the corner. Almost the chest mark there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. But one on from 𝐕𝐶𝐿. Tackled as he got the hand pass out. Crushing through 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Does okay. Ground hand pass here. Fumble from Arrays. Gives it back here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Takes on 2 tacklers. Probably not ball. Yeah, no, good call. Didn't really have prior there. Tolly. Goulden. Over his shoulder. Back here to Jesse. Clean hands there from Tolly. To Chad Warner now. And that's a good kick into space to reward the run of Lloyd as Jake goes inside 50 with a bad kick. Couldn't get the purchase over the top and right down 𝐼𝐻𝐿's throat. As the former Swanee goes back here to Dante Vicentini. As he goes now here to Miles Bergman. Been, stitched up with injury this year, Miles Bergman. Hasn't been able to get a full season out in the park. He goes here to the youngster O'Brien. Did well there to hold up Jordan. He will go inboard with this kick. Couldn't quite hit 𝐼𝐻𝐿 on the full, though. Umpire's ball. So, ball up here again. Nice hit out there from Van Wyck as they get the clearance here. They burst from inside to out. Willem Drew works the hands. Jackson Mead with his kick inside 50. One out here, Horn Francis and Sarong. No, it's Goulden. Geez, why? It's an interesting matchup having Goulden on Horn Francis there. Looks like not a very ideal one to have that as a one-out matchup as, Horn Francis outmarks Goulden there. Well, that was good from the stoppage there from Port. Van Wyck's hit-up was very clean. As they've had a few siders here, Port, so let's see if they can kick truly for Francis. I suppose I won't mind this. This will help the Supercoach side if you can slot this. Jason on Francis. Good first term, quiet in the second. Can he goal here for a second? He sure can in game 100. Goal apiece here in the third term. So ball back in the middle here. Ball up again. Oh, Totoli missed that hand pass there to Campbell's. They'll get the clearance here. Port. Drew's kick towards a one-on-one. Overran that one to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 as Blakey shifts the hands to Riley Bice. Cuts with a good kick inboard here to Kyle. Rewards the run of the Lizard. He goes over the top here now to Billy Cootie. Check side ball for an inside 50 entry for McLean. Couldn't quite get that one. O'Brien tackled well. Umpire's ball. Oh, good roving here from Campbell. Touch ball though, so another ball in. 4:50 stoppage. So 13-6 plays 6 goals to 7 behinds. Van Wyck with the hit out. Heaney ground level clean. Campbell now. Papley around the corner. Tommy Papley. He's got it. Well done, Tom. Yeah, just weren't clean enough at ground level there, Porters. Heaney got to work there. Shift the quick hands and Papley working in a phone box there. Couldn't, I thought, probably couldn't quite get the purchase on us, but he slots it truly. He's got 2, Tom. Yeah, you need this guy in good nick come finals time. Very important for us. He's had some influential games this back half of the season. Beautifully done. Tommy Papley. There's Aussie Trump fan up and about at the Papley emoji. How good is it, eh? Good series of hands there. Campbell getting involved again. Yeah, very impressed with Braden Campbell again, as I do say, with his interrupted season coming back. Only a few weeks ago, feels like he's not really missed much footy with how he's played. 7 goals, 3 scores from stoppages. Port have 4 goals, 4. Goal from a forward, 50 stoppage there. Good hit out there from Van Wyck again, as now they go the 1-2. Burgoyne, inside 50 here for Port. Deep kick, sweep forward. McCartan crushing through. Well defended there from Hamling. As now Roberts going out of the 50 with this kick. A booming kick down the line. McLean right from the side should take this. No, he can't. Christ, he's got hands like fucking doorknobs these last few weeks. He just can't quite hold on to the stuff he probably should take, but at least brought it to ground. So, ball up here. McLean with the head out against Van Wyck. Totoli just smashes the hand pass out. Yeah, Totoli gets some time up on the ball in these stoppages, which is good to see. As Campbell now hunts in. Toe pokes it forward. That's going to be a last disposal free against him. So, Joe Berry now back here to Alear. Alear, not really much to go to, so he's just going to have to go to the long down the line with this one. Roberts, oh geez, he was tucked well from Marshall. Umpire's ball. McLean with the head out, toe poke forward from Burgon only as far as Matty Roberts. Sweeping that stoppage as Cootie. Oh, clever hand pass there to Tom Papley. And we've got it out here. Towards the wing to find Riley Bice with a good kick. Bicey now across here to Tom McCartan. Had to make McCartan reach with that one, but now he sweeps a hand pass here to Logan McDonald. Arcs on his favoured right. He goes deep to the square. Oh, Curnow, no. Couldn't quite take the mark. Heaney. O'Brien mopped up okay. Umpire's ball. Curnow looked like he held the majority of that, just couldn't hold it long enough. Strong was flying from the back as well. Lorenz now is Port Clear. Not the greatest clearing kick, is intercepted nicely here from Bice, who's having a good game, Riley. Could he go back for goal here? Probably the right thing to do. I think set it up here. We've got McLean and Curnow on the square. Might have a shot. And he's going to go to the lead. And a good kick. Beautiful. That's why Riley Bice is good. Hitting those short kicks. Well, more often than not. Josh Rog now. He can go for goal number 2. So Sarong, let's see if we can slot this one through. Be a tricky kick. Kicks on its way. He's going to set up to the square. Across the face, and it's going to be a ball in, touch through. So that's why tomorrow's night game against the Saints and the Blues game is tomorrow night. It's because it's a double header with the AFLW. Because it was like Sunday night. It's not a public holiday or anything. Oh, Van Wyck there. Caught Heaney high. So Isaac can go back for goals here. And tackle on another. So Isaac around the corner. Left foot snap. Should be slotting this around the corner. And he does. Good stuff there from Isaac. Not long now till we hit the ton. 6:30 to play. 15 goals, 6 goals to 7. So, yeah, McLean got front position. Good head down to Haney, and yeah, Van Wyck got him around the shoulder. So, ball back in the middle here, lads. Been a bit of a quieter term in terms of the goal front of things. 3 goals to 1 goal one as clearance comes here through Port. I couldn't quite tell who the ruckman was, sorry. As McCartan rolls out a panicky kick. So we'll come back here. Anastopoulos back inside 50. Blakey, all is good intercept mark from the Lizard. For sure, pushing all Australian cases, I think, this year, Nick Blakey. So is Blakey now. Head down, long down the line for this kick. Well, McLean did well there. I think he got a hand in there. Now that pushes out here for Logan McDonald. In stride. Good kick for Totoli. He can probably burst his way and hit a target here. No, he goes back on his mark. Jesse, he's a big kick. Goes from outside 50 to Totoli. Oh, he saw the bright Hollywood lights and didn't have the leg. Aaliyah now intercept mark on the goal line. And he goes short here to Will Lorenz. As he now plays on and goes towards the wing. Well defended there from Chad. Wants to get this ball in. And he does well, the Warnster. Well done. Back here now to Errol Gordon for another disposal on the stat sheet. Oh, it's a risky kick there for Totoli. Didn't lead towards it. But Blakey did well. Taps it to Sarong. Bice over the top here. Can Jesse get on the end of this? Horn Francis, hard player to beat. Jesse keeps on crushing his way through Horn Francis. Finally gets on the end of the loose ball. Oh, great smother from Papley. And tackles Horn Francis well. And he lets the Hornet know about it. Oh, dear me. Oh, Kerno plays for a free as well. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. So, forward 50 stoppage here. McLean gets the hit out. Toe poke. Papley plays for the high. Not going to get it. Another ball in. Beautiful smother there from Papley. And yeah, he really let Sean Francis know about it. So, ball in here. Bad there from Burn Jones. Well read from Bice, so always alert off those turnovers. That's where Bice is good. Can read the play well, Bice. Oh, a bit probably too cute there for Lloyd. Clever tap back here to Bice. Centres the ball. And no one really at home there for a marking option as now Port can shift some hands under pressure though. But they do well to exit it for now as Drew goes out wide here to find Corey Durden. Durden goes back here to Jace Burgoyne. Probably Port's best player in the first time. I thought Jace Burgoyne had game high disposals in the first term. As now they go through the corridor here. Port's a nice kick. Durden. They haven't been afraid to take on the corridor throughout this game a bit, Port. Oh, it's going to be 50 here. Somebody in protect. I think it was Chad. Chad entered the protected area, so probably going to be a goal coming up here for Corey Durden. Actually, Jeez, that's a pretty... Looks like about a 35-metre penalty. Christ almighty, he's kicking from about 30 out here. That should be a lot further ahead than what it should be, but... Let's see if he kicks it. I guess if he kicks it, it doesn't really matter. Corey Durden. Got a goal to stem the flow in the second quarter. Can he get his second of the afternoon? Kicks on its way. No, misses. I mean, again, like... I don't know why that kick is 35 metres out. Should have been shooting from a lot closer, but... Yeah, that can happen in this game sometimes. It feels like the umpires just don't know what 50 metres... How far 50 metres is. Anyway, Blanky was tackled, but we have sufficient numbers to win this 50-50, but can't get a clean possession. Port back the other way. Hamling a good spoil. Having a decent game, Joel Hamling. Good there, Marshall. Oh, just couldn't quite get the execution with that one. Just stays in the field of play, though, with that kick. Ball in. A few of the reserves, boys. Rick Andrew, Hanley, Heatherton, Chamberlain. There's Paddy Snell. Look, I think Snell was very unlucky not to get a game. If he wasn't injured, I think he would have gotten a crack this week too. I like to see Snell get a go because he's been so good in the VFL this year. Paddy Snell, like I know Edwards has been solid before he debuted and Green good enough in the VFL, but I tell you, he's been awesome all year long, Snell. So, yeah, I do wonder if he can get an opportunity if he comes back from injury next week. A knee sprain problem he's had. Young key defender. Hamling now works to Roberts, to Goulden. As we shift the hands nicely from the stoppages. Well, both plays, Bergman and Lloyd, lose their bearings. Jakey Lloyd in game 2-9-2. Tackles Burn Jones well. Ball up. On the wing, 2:45 till three-quarter time. Feels like we're sort of just in cruise control, it feels like here. Oh, jeez. Port players crushing into each other there. Oh, wow. Burn Jones. Yeah, that might get looked at. Burn Jones is not going for the ball and absolutely clobbered Goulden there, head high. No, good thing it isn't a structural injury for Goulden especially. Yeah, that will probably get looked at with the rules today. Pass the ball. Yeah, it's sort of like this, like, you know, I think that's just sort of your natural instinct as a footy player, though. You sort of go for that bum. It's kind of just in your mindset, split-second decision. Anyways, Goulden off the free. Works it here to Braden Campbell. Campbell's kick now will go high ball up, inside 50 here. Who can have a fly? Maybe McDonald from the side. Lie. Papley tackles Bergman well there. Well, now the trainers have a look at the vision. So does he come up for a HIO Goulden? Jordan Sweet hits it down. Heaney, good hands. Papley now. Tommy Papley. Oh, that's just elementary there for Tom Papley. He's got goal number 3. As we do hit the ton. So 4 goals or 5 goals straight, I think it's been this quarter for the Swannies. 16 goals, 6. Let's hope we can have that accuracy come finals time. And 6 goals 8 it is for Port. Beautiful there from the stoppage. Heaney, clean hands out there, the Tommy Papley. And it was Jordan Sweet with a hit out as well, but Heaney's craft there to spin himself out of trouble and get the offloading hand pass was superb there. Good stuff there from Paps. $16 goals, 6 goals 8, as we do say again. Margin blown out 42 at half time, 58 at almost three-quarter time, I should say. 2:05 to play till three-quarter time to be exact. Green got a hit out there. Heaney at ground level, getting dirty. Drew, good pressure there from Green, that was. Warner back the other way to Green as he now goes inside 50. Spore comes from Vicentini playing defence. Gordon now able to get the possession. Lowers the kick here. Oh, good tackle there from Mead, but Jordan does get the offloading hand pass out. Mills at ground level. Oh, good bit of burst there from the skipper. Jordan now to Gordon. Oh, a little bit too much. Just get in inside 50, lads. There's Green. I think that's a bit stiff, that free against Green. Todd Marshall now. Towards the wing. Not really an advantageous kick. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐿 from the side. Probably should have marked that one. Good hands from 𝐵LAKE. Warner now. Oh, how about that? Bit of a dance. Breaks the tackle. McCartan now to Goulden. Trying to work himself out of trouble. Oh, another bad hand pass from Errol. Being a bit too cute here through the middle. This Port now can make us pay on the outer. Durden chips it over the top here to Anastasopoulos. What a name. What a bloody name that is. Inside 50 towards Mead. Interesting target to go to with 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐿 on him. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐿, well done. Bounces like a basketball. And that one is well defended. Ball in here, just outside Port's forward 50. 41 seconds to play. Third quarter. Been in control from our boys. Sweet now grabs out of the ruck. Well, that's not disposal. Yeah, on the ball. Josh Sarong again. Loving Sarong's afternoon. Yeah, the future is really bright for this young man with his versatility. Feels like he could be the ultimate Swiss Army knife for us. I mean, would he ever play forward? Who knows? Fumble there from Burne-Jones. Got a nasty one there. He doesn't look great. Must have got a knock in the head as Lloyd now. Over the top here to Chad. Breaks the tackle of Bergman. Goes with the outside of the boot to the top of the square. 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐿, oh, couldn't quite mark it. And it just trickles through for a rush behind. And a great quarter once again from our boys. Continuing to surge our way through. And it's this, pretty inexperienced Port Adelaide side. We win the quarter. In the end, it was a 4-goal straight term to Port Adelaide's 1-goal 2. But similar to that second quarter, we've really simply got the game on our terms, outran them. Slick hand passing, chains more often than not through the middle, through between the arcs. And although it felt like a few of our opportunities came with a bit more harder work, still though the game majority on our terms. Let me just, sorry. Let's have a look at the stats for three-quarter time. Pretty much around the same as it was at half-time. Yeah, it feels like we're sort of just in that lower gear now, given the margin. Not really running, not really playing to the high tempo and intensity probably of that second quarter where we looked absolutely on fire. Clearances winning just by 1 contested ball. We won for the quarter 2. Let's have a look at the playing stats, shall we? Score involvements. Chad Warner with 9 score involvements. Heaney's got 8. Intercept possessions. 7 for Tommy McCartan. Surely pushing his case for an All-Australian Blazer. He's having a great year, Tom McCartan. Contested possessions, 11 for 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐴. Yeah, been class tonight, Isaac. There's still been a few iffy disposals here and there, but look, he's still having a pretty sound night of footy. 1 goal to his name, 21 touches, 11 of those contested, number of score involvements. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 with 30 touches already. We're not even at the end of the game. And yeah, I love 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐴's game. He's doing a pretty diligent job on Horne-Francis, but the Hornet did have a pretty good quarter, to be fair. But I'm liking his time on the ball. Yeah, he's a big presence in there. Inside 50s later, Campbell with 7, so getting some opportunities going inside 50. Centre clearances, 3 to Ollie Wines, 3 to Horne-Francis, probably Port's best player in this game. 2 contested marks for Charlie Curnow, and he's got 3 goals, 1 to his name for the afternoon so far. But yeah, it felt like a bit of a cruisy third term, to be fair. Just did what we needed to do. We keep this Port Adelaide side at bay. Some slick skills we're continuing to see. But yeah, those last few minutes, geez, we're coughing the ball up a little bit here or there. But yeah, I mean, that's just what happens when opponents give us the corridor and not really close it out our hand passing game. We're just such a threatening team. And again, we were seeing a really sound performance from Jessie Detoli. As we said at half-time, his foot skills have been really clean. He got a bit of time on the ball, probably not centre bounces-wise, but pushing up on the ball in stoppages. And yeah, he's a really promising young player, Detoli. So his first 2 seasons, he's been hindered with injury throughout pre-season. So hopefully, season 3, he can go bang. But I think he probably deserves to keep his spot in the team, to be honest. Yeah, with Roses probably going back for a deserved spell in the 2s. But yeah, Port side of things, Burgoyne. Yeah, I think he's had a really good last, I'd say, 2 months of footy now. There's been times, like last year I thought it was a bit underwhelming for Port, and there's cases where he's just really weak, but yeah, no, he's having a very strong performance. I think he's turned around his season quite nicely. He's been a presence around the ground. Took that nice overhead mark early on. Yeah, getting plenty of time on the ball. So I do wonder if this is an on-ball for the future for Port Adelaide. And if Zach Butters is going to go, there's going to be a void they're going to have to fill. So spent some time in there. Drew, workhorse in there with 27 touches, 9 of those contested. Horne-Francis with 16 touches and 2 goals, spending time forward, of course, as well. Joe Berry, 18 disposals. Miles Bergman with 11. It feels like there's just a bit too many passengers. And, yeah, again, it's a pretty inexperienced Port Adelaide team out there. Had a good knock the first quarter, but, yeah, I think the class of this side of the Swans has really put them to the sword. 𝐓𝐡𝐞, I think has getting bit by Curnow. Like, he's had a few intercept possessions here or there, but we've done well to not allow him to dominate, because it feels like every time we play Port, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 absolutely dominates. So, yeah, no, Curnow's had some good one-on-one moments against him, and he's no easy opponent. So, I know it's a weak Port Adelaide side, but he's still playing on 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Geez, so Gordon's off for HIA. Yet to be out of the game, though. I mean, if he were to miss with concussion next week, it's probably not the worst time, like Essendon. Given we do play the Dons, but again, it's at the G, so stranger things can happen. We can't treat that lightly. But yeah, feels like a bit of a cruisy third quarter from us. Just did well enough to keep within control of the game. But yeah, we've really asserted our dominance with our surge footy and slick running and slick hand passing game, I should say. Sorry, I just looked at one of the stats. We're dominating the stats from mark play on. I mean, yeah, it's clear that we've wanted to play the game at pace and speed and put into the sword. Well, let's see what happens for this final quarter. Margin, just under 60 points, 59 to be exact, 16 goals, 7 plays, 6 goals, 8. Fourth term underway for Saturday twilight football. Sydney look to shore up a spot in the top 2 or maintain their position in the top 2. Chad Warner, centre clearance his way. Campbell alert, gets the mark in front position. Peels off and plays on now with a deep kick inside 50 here. Out the back here for Charlie. He's got another Curnow. Goal number 4 as he continues to march on this Coleman medal race in a canter. Oh, just like that. A goal 20 seconds in. Charlie Curnow. So Gordon is out there. It looks like he's passed his test. Yeah, a little bit too easy there. You can't leave Curnow all alone. He didn't go into that marking contest. He just sort of sat off it. 3-1 there in favour of Port. Charlie with 4. So another centre bounce here. Oh, that's a good hit out from Will Green, and it releases Warner here. He chips it inside 50. Campbell with the one paw. Can't reel it in. Totally clean hands. Joss Sarong, a snapping shot to the top of the square. Alear, McDonald. Oh, geez, absolutely outnumbered there. That's way too easy. Well done from O'Brien, though. Gets a smother in time. That's bad tracking there from Port's defence. I don't even know how we got about 3 or 4 players around the ball all of a sudden there. Want to score, Burn Jones and bring it back into play. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, lads. If you just joined, pretty one-sided affair, and it looks to be the case for this Saturday of footy after a cracking contest between the Dockers and Freo earlier today. One of the games of the season. Could have gone either way. Yeah, I tell you, those Demons are just different gravy at the G this season. Play an exciting brand of footy, although they concede a lot. It's still, as a neutral, fun to watch. Yeah, it just misses their target. That one, Todd Marshall's. Matt Roberts gets the intercept mark. Jake Lloyd now on the outer wing, plays on. Green running hard for this one. Not going to get it here. Chad now will peel off and play on. Give it a Greenie. Reward the what? Run, Chaddy. Oh dear, what's he done? Yeah, tried to take a bounce off the ball. Didn't bounce up for him there. It looks like Dongs have kicked a few in a row there, so they got the margin back to a few kicks. To be fair, they're still down by about 40 odd. But at one point they didn't even have a goal. It was like a 10-goal margin. Roberts now to Isaac Heaney on his left shoe. Oh, what a kick! I mean, how on earth is Jesse Totoli all alone there? That's just way too easy. So Totoli can line up for another here. For goal number 2, oh geez, don't go snap, mate. No, he's going for a snap directly in front. Totoli for his second of his career. There's plenty to like about this kid as he snaps truly. Very, very exciting. Young talent, Jesse Totoli. As we said before, he's been hindered with injury. Oh, he's had injury-interrupted pre-seasons. So, yeah, his form in the VFL, it's just been too hard to look past. I thought he probably could have gotten a game a few weeks ago. Finally comes in and, yeah, good to see he's got 2 goals. And, I mean, it's just a brilliant kick from Heaney, to be fair, in the number 3rd. Like, that is beautiful. Bergman's in front position there, but he's still a few metres off him. I mean, yeah, it's just simply a good kick from Isaac. Bergman trying to zone off there and just got absolutely blitzed from a beautiful kick from Heaney. Right, so ball back in the middle here. 2 goals in the final term as we're putting the hammer down here early on. So that's going to be a free here to Jackson Mead. Across here now to Willeran's on his favoured left. Oh, he's kicked it right into Sarong. As he gets a good gather. Sarong now back here to Mills. Check side ball towards the wing. Lloyd brings it down. Matt Roberts under this one. And tackle well from O'Brien, so I'll have a ball up here. Juzzy on the bench, and hey, still McInerney to come back in, ladies and gentlemen. It's been, when was the last time we've seen McInerney and Gordon playing a game together? Not obviously early in the season, but that's going to be a really good one come finals. See Juzzy come back in, and I think he could be available next week. So I'd probably prefer to see that McInerney get some games before finals, because let's remember that 2024 qualifying final against GWS Christ, he looked absolutely rusty. So maybe to get some games before finals wouldn't be the worst thing if he is ready, that is. Mills now, McCartan, couldn't make no. Was that? Can't see that. I think that was Kyle, couldn't hold on. And bad entry there from Port. McCartan, coughs it up. Marshall now back the other way. Tony Marshall. Oh, you're kidding me. What an ugly bounce. That looked like it was going through, but wrong side of the post. So 6 goals, 9 for Port, 18 goals, 8 for Sydney. Callum Mills will bring him back into play. So Gordon's still on the bench. Looks like we might just be resting him for the quarter, but it looks like he's past the HIA. No confirmation. Lloyd and O'Brien go at it. Ball in. So ball in here, centre wing. Non-broadcast side. Sweet with a hit out. Horn Francis attacks it well. Spins out of trouble. Gives it across here now to Willem Drew as he measures a kick towards the pocket, but not good enough. Mills, a good one on mark. Oh, McCartan, hands like doorknobs and it's Durden goals. Well, just like that. Snap of the fingers. About a turnover. Fumble. Goal. Durden. It's got a second. Yeah, I suppose this is what you can still get with Tom McCartan. Some iffy kicks and some fumbles here or there. Deary me. So goal back here to Port. Yeah, it looks like McCartan's brain was just thinking about the next step instead of focusing on actually getting possession of the ball. Suppose that can happen, but yeah, McCartan can be fumbly at times. So, bit of a bad cough up there. So they break a run of goals here from the Swans. Port Adelaide with a goal from Durden. Got 2 for the afternoon. All right, that's good. So Gordon's passed his HIA. Will be good for next week then. Burgoyne continuing his good game. Gets another centre clearance. Ineffective though, as Blakey will be all over this one. Chips the ball now towards the wing. High ball up. And that's going to be a free against Cootie. Free here to Harrison Ram. Young key defender. He was, talked up quite a bit in pre-season, Harry Ram. He did debut in the last game last season against the Suns. But yeah, hasn't really played much game time in today though. Milliken not paid the mark, so he extracts out here to Papley on his non-preferred down the line. And we'll take 2. Okay, that's not a mark. I thought that'd be a mark for Ram. Looks like it hit the deck. Cootie tackles. We'll have a ball up. Sweet now. Grabs out of the ruck. Another clearance to Burgoyne. Although just a hack kick forward and last disposal free it is. So Tommy McCartan. Blakey provides an option and gets the handball receive. Long down the line here. Spoil from Vicentini. Slap from Papley. Causes a bit of chaos here. Campbell tackles Burn-Jones. I'll have a ball up just outside of forward 50. Good hands from Jordan Isaac. Heaney now on his favoured left. Beautiful kick again on his non-preferred from Heaney. Wow. Great kick. Kerner on the lead towards the pocket. Clean stuff there from the stoppage again. Yeah, some of his work in tight Heaney is a blessing to watch, and a lovely hit up there to Charlie Curnow. So let's see if he can snap through his 5th. 𝐼𝐴 around the corner. As he slots it. Goal number 5 for Charlie on a 𝐼𝐴. So no gimme of an opponent. He's having a great season, of course, Charlie 𝐼𝐴. As, yeah, I mean, he'll be... Yeah, he's going to be 9 goals ahead of second place after this game if he stays on 5 goals. So, I mean, there you go. He's in, quite some... He's having a very solid season. Looks like he's probably got the Coleman medal sewn up then. But I tell you, there's been a lot of good players this season, like Gunston, Watson, King, Amos. They haven't kicked as many goals as 𝐼𝐴, but geez, they've had awesome years. So I'm sure they're all going to be for all Australian conversations. Josh Tracy as well. Lohman, he's pushing 50 goals too. He's had a brilliant, especially back half of the season for the Lions as well. Players, hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. Pretty cruisy Saturday afternoon football by looks at my friend after a hectic game earlier today with the D's getting on top of the Lions in a good old-fashioned shootout. Green will get the centre clearance, the first gamer. Towards half forward, O'Brien with the spoil. Matty Roberts, no, Papley will be under this one. To get it back inside 50-hour way. The kick not effective as 𝐵𝐵𝐶𝐼𝐴 gets in front position. So a defensive position tonight for 𝐵𝐵𝐶𝐼𝐴. Usually plays the ruck forward role. Van Wick's taken that tonight as 𝐵𝐵𝐶𝐼𝐴's in defence, which, yeah, I mean, with no Radagalier and 𝐓𝐡𝐞, I don't know if he's unavailable, but he's not playing. Yeah, you sort of got to swing around the magnets, and the young Harry Ram also getting a crack as well. But I still think they've had a pretty successful year. Somewhat Port Adelaide, like, yeah, I think the list is quite. It's simply where it is. They need to keep improving it, and especially with Butters going, that's going to be a really big loss. But they've played some pretty disciplined and hard to beat footy this season under Josh Carr. They've got a pretty stable defensive team. After last year, they were just an absolute wreck under Kenny Hinkley in his last year. So, yeah, they've done well, Paul, but clearly they need talent. I think the off-season is going to come good for them with getting in Dougie Cochran and a few, I think they've got a few draft picks after that as well. But yeah, we've seen a bit of Jace Burr going through the midfield, so I think he'll continue. You'd think he continues that with the. You'd expect if Butters is to leave. But for Port's sake, it'd suck to see Butters leave because he's the heart and soul of that club. Anyway, Marshall goes back here in goals, so Port do get a goal back this full term. Honestly, relaxing after everything. Yeah, no, exactly right, mate. Yeah, I suppose I'm not against it. Nothing beats supposedly a cruisy Sydney win. Although expected, though, it is an inexperienced Port Adelaide side this afternoon. But yeah, I think if they're better on the injury front next year, like again this season they've been killed with injury, Port. Like barely had Rosie all season. Yeah, I think there's potentially some exciting times for Port next year, and it feels like heading in the right direction under Josh Carr. But yeah, I think tonight, just with the talent side of things, they've been totally outplayed. And usually, like for these sort of bottom 10 sides, late in the season, you can have some sort of checked out kind of games. Yeah, their defensive stuff and pressure has been pretty disappointing this afternoon, Port Adelaide. Anyways, on Francis, fumble and turnover. Gordon now back inside 50. 𝐵𝐵𝐶𝐼𝐴 in a good spot again. Couldn't take the mark. Papley now, a good toe poke. He does go off the carpet, but doesn't have the accuracy. As it trickles through for a minor score. It's Horn Francis in the arms of trainers here. Okay. Oh, geez, that's not good. Let's see again. Oh, his knee buckled. Oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah, he hyperextended his left leg. Let's hope he's okay on Francis. He's a gun. Don't want to see him injured, especially with Port's injury list, this injury woes this year. Oh, God, now Port without it's getting bad and worse here for Port this season. Well, the thing is suspect, if we were to lose one of our next 2 games against North Western, we'd still probably finish top 2 on percentage if Brisbane win the rest of their games. So it was a handy result for us last night with Brisbane winning. Yeah, even though I did tip Hawthorn, though, turned out to be a shocker in the end. But yeah, usually in those cases, you just go for the Brisbane bounce back. They do well off losses. And I was seeing earlier this week, Brisbane's pressure rating against the Blues was the lowest ever recorded. Like, that's just not them, though. They're a very good high-pressure team. Bergman across the face there for a minor score. Well, hopefully Orn France is okay. You don't like to see that. Him hobbling off with after buckling his knee there with a hyperextension. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 now fakes the hand pass to Wicks. We'll just go long down the line here. for 𝐵𝐶𝐞. McDonald now charges forward. Who can fly here? Maybe Kern out the back. Alear onto the pump. Charlie gets the gather. Ooh, misses. Could have been goal number 6 there. 5 goals 2 for the night for Charlie. 19 goals 10, 8 goals 10. Essendon doing better than I thought. Yeah, I mean, what are they down by? I think I just saw 46 points here. Perhaps could have been worse. But they did have that game against the Cutters last year at 𝐵𝐶𝐰. They actually did push them for a bit. I mean, they're never going to win it, but like, it was a bit closer than what we all thought. I don't know what the crowd's getting up and about for. Are they doing like a Mexican wave or something? I don't know. Seems like they're getting up and about for something. Oh, and Francis going to the sheds. I don't like seeing that. Hopefully he's okay. No, that's not good. Anyway, well, speaking of us, we've just given away downfield free. And he's had a pretty solid tonight in a... Oh, yeah, they are doing the fucking Mexican wave. Oh, God. I mean, what else would you do when you're winning by all these points? Do a fucking Mexican wave. Oh, God. Anyway, Whitlock, geez, it sucks to see this guy's goal kicking be so 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Had it out in the full set shot before as well. Let's see if we can slot this. In front of the Mexican wave. Oh, 𝐼𝐼 kicks it. And he's got it. Well, Whitlock's got his second of the afternoon. Port with another. 9 goals 10. Plays 19 goals 10. 10:58 to go. So downfield free are given away here. As they go. So I think we are losing this quarter slightly. So let's not let them concede. Let's not, I suppose, concede a run on here. There's now, well, Papley here bursts through the centre, bounce, breaks a tackle with the stiff arm, goes inside 50 here, and a mark to 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Well, he can now add a goal to the score sheet here. Geez, some of our work from the centre bounce has been explosive this afternoon. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 now. Trots in and slots through another. 20th goal tonight. It's been an onslaught. Whitlock's look like might be kicking decent if he gets yeah, no, he's had a promising year. Yeah, he can really leap from him. He's a rangy player, long arms, but yeah, the set shot kicking's been a letdown. But you know, Ben King went through the same thing earlier. I suppose Max King went through a bit of it as well. Like, it can happen with young players, and even like, you know, Nick Watson, to be fair, has started off his career being a horrific kick for goal, so erratic, and now he's turned into a Coleman medalist caliber small forward almost. Don't think he'll win it, but he's got to have 50 goals for a small forward. That's impressive. Gordon now to Green. Gordon. Gordon getting another touch. Help the fantasy and Supercoach sides. Errol Gordon. Beautiful. Jordan now. Towards half forward. Detoli in his lonesome. Let's have a good kick here, son. Drops it in the hole. It's a good looking kick here. Out the back, Jake Lloyd. I mean, that's just too easy. Who on earth is on Jake Lloyd there? Lloyd's got another. Well, Jakey Lloyd is nearing game 300. Won't get there this season if we are to play every single game. Like qualifying semi-prelim grand final, that is. I think he'll still be like 4 games off. So, look, I think he's been serviceable this year. I probably expect him to get maybe a 1-year deal. And let's see what happens with Rampy too. But it'd be awesome to see Jake Lloyd get to 300 games. His longevity's actually been so good of his career. And he debuted not as an 18-year-old, remember. I think he debuted as a 19-year-old. He missed it. He wasn't drafted in his draft year. He was overlooked. So, yeah, been a really good rookie selection. He's had his flaws over time, but a really good footballer. There's his goal there. As easy as you like. Jeez. Yeah, it's poor form from Errol, mate. Might have to do what 𝐓𝐴 does after every game he plays seniors with 50% time on ground. He does bloody shuttle runs after the game. He's done that a few times this season. Detoli, good tackle. Oh, that should be on the ball. No, not on the ball. Warren Francis on the back of the bench, but he doesn't look dejected, so let's hope it isn't a long-term problem. Rosie on the bench as well with the headset. Yeah, plenty of upside for this poor team. You know, they've played a good brand this season on the Josh Cart. I think tonight, yeah, just clearly it's a golfing class in terms of talent out there and execution. A lot of inexperience there for Port. But no, it's good to see us put them to the sword because we need to do that. You know, these big wins, I know they've been against low-ranked opposition, but I tell you, that, you know, we had, oh, geez, Chad might play on here. You know, 22, we had a pretty soft run home, but we kept winning. And that helped us get the momentum going for finals. We beat the D's and then we make the grand final and get smashed in the end, to be fair. But, you know, this will be our 3rd win in the row. So if we can knock off Essendon, the G, and then get the win against North, that is, at home, well, that's 5 in a row leading the finals. That's a pretty good runway we're building, which is what you need to do coming into the finals. Chatty Warner now for another. Stabs at it and it's across the face. Not a score. Wait, did he score? Jeez, I thought he missed that one, Chad. I swear that one went across the face. Okay, well, it's a goal. Jeez, another one here. 22 goals. But kick it bloody accurately as well. 22 goals, 10, if you don't mind. Good poise there from McDonald. We always laud his footy smarts. It's a good kick there to Chad. And he continues to be an onslaught. Good to see we're not putting... we're not taking the foot off the gas in this final quarter. Keep on piling the points. Especially if we are to lose a game in our next 2 and Brisbane win all theirs. Big percentage booster. So this really should show up top 2 if we do win a game next week. If we do win... If we win one of our next 2. Anyways, clearance here from Van Wyck. Gets the ground ball. Hamling in front. Yeah, I think Hamling's probably had a better game than Millican, to be fair. I'd probably say he gets the gig ahead of Millican. Because again, like I just don't think Millican's form's been that crash hot in the VFL. But at the same time, it wouldn't shock me if we go in and change next week. I mean, does Rampy make the trip to Melbourne? Probably does, to be honest. Campbell over the top. Ram. Berry. Oh, good tackle, Cootie. Tripped off it there. Burgoyne, no free. Fumble there. Bice pounces off the turnover. Extracts the hands. Detoli. Shake and bake. Good hands to Billy Cootie around the corner. Oh, dear. Made a muck of it. Should be going that, but the snap kick hit the belly of the ball. Burgoyne now. Well, it's a kick here to 𝐓𝐴. And across here to Joe Berry. Berry now across here to Burgoyne. So 7 minutes to go here. it's been a pretty one-sided affair all afternoon. Port did have a good crack. They were leading at quarter time. But yeah, since that, it's just really been all Sydney. Struggled to keep the heads afloat of the water this game. But yeah, it sort of has kind of gone to expectation, given the outs for this Port side. Bice pounces again off a turnover. Couldn't quite hit that kick between a couple. Campbell now. He's going to go to Lloyd over the top. Jakey Lloyd. Oh, what are you doing, son? Couldn't hold on. Tried to probably be a bit unselfish there. Minor score. Aaliyah now quick from the kick in. Goes to Lorenz. Oh, dearie me. That is shocking from Lorenz. Gives it right to Sarong. Back here now to Detoli. Here's a fumble. He turns it over. Now, Bergman. What can he manufacture? Just going to go long down the line here, but it's a rush kick. We're set up behind the ball. Nick Blakey, intercept mark. So quickly plays on now. Drops it short here to Jordan. Not 15. Advances through the middle of the SCG. Gives the hands to Braden Campbell. He flicks it to 𝐼𝐶 Dumps it on the shoe as he always loves to do to the top of the square. Chad Warner overhead against Josh Lyon. He plays on and jams it home. He's got another Chad. Goal number 3. As we're nearing 150. Yeah, the dam wall has burst for this Port team. If it hasn't already. 23 goals, 11. 9 goals, 10. Oh, there's bigger fish to fry come September for our boys, but got to say, let's put the foot down and play some, some authoritative football. I'd love to see the handball meters gain tonight. I'm sure that would figure would be high tonight. I should say from this game this afternoon, given it was actually at 4 o'clock, not 7. Chad with the blonde hair. Those were good times, wasn't it, Aussie Trump? Yeah, but geez, this man's form the back half of the year has been scarily good. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, wow. I mean, 25-3. He has been special. I mean, if I actually have a look, if I go to the play ratings and go the last 10 games, this is, yeah, so last 10 games, play ratings wise, Nas first, Dacos second, Chad Warner third. Like, he's been massive. And the thing was, the first half of the season wasn't really that bad. He was just doing like it felt like the bare minimum in games. He was still actually up there for score involvements at the halfway point of the season, but he's just gone bang with elite game after elite game. Van Wyk marks there. So in midfield here, the big ruckman. Stars being rested here. Warner on the bench. Back in Anna Lorenz to Jackson Mead. Goes inside on 50 with this kick. Nope. Fumble there from McCartan. Whitlock now. Oh, not a bad effort dribbling ball, but Roberts is there on the goal line as the defensive winger in that play. Bice. Across here to Kyle. Oh, a bit of a miss kick there from Kyle. Turnover. Oh, good smother. Who was that from? Hamling. Just it looked like it was shot in the chest. And Kyle now. Chance to redeem himself. Flicks the hands to Campbell. To Sarong. Back here to Kyle. Oh, geez, we've got McLean's all alone. If they can see him, Roberts a bit of a fumble. Burn Jones crushing through. He keeps his feet. Gives it here to Anastapopoulos. And he goes now inside 50. Oh, almost a mark there. Jordan Sweet. Breaks a Bice tackle. Hamling. That should be ball. Yeah, on the ball. Well, Suspect, thanks very much for subscribing, man. I don't know why I played that charm. It's usually the other one, but that's a little... What's that 3 mean? Does that mean something? That 3 it says on that. Not sure what that means, but thanks very much for $10, Suspect, mate. Always appreciate the donations. Logan McDonald, well, this is just too easy. He glides in the goal and makes a muck of it. It's actually out in the full. Now it's going to be a big win at home here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 in a row. Can only beat what's in front of you, as they do say. Yeah, it's been a one-sided affair pretty much since quarter time, Laker, mate. It's one of those games where we win big and you think back, geez, we were losing at one point because it's just been such a dominating game from our boys. Ollie Wines now back here to Jackson Mead. Laterals the ball to Miles Bergman. Into space here. Port attack the corridor. Where? Too much Moraes. He's going to be pinned. Oh, geez, generous amount of time to get that out. Broke a tackle, to be fair. Durden out of Ware. Bit of a piss blast for goal, no good. Hamling. Back here to Gouldham. Big cut off the goal, well, mate. They're all now here to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Just keep on running here with this hand passing game. 𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐼 on the wing. Yeah, definitely stays in next week, Jesse's. Great to see him get his first goal on Aussie Rules footy. It was due. Brendan Campbell now. Probably going to lure on a player, and he does. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 keeps on running. No, 𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐼 that is. Sorry. Look, again, it looks like 𝐓𝐡𝐞 from that angle. As Logan was hemmed in within the line and the ball in. Good to hear, like it, mate. Good team to choose. Joliet, yeah, no, I think he's probably on the bench. But yeah, 5 goals. I think he's pretty much got the gold medal sewn up. And, you know, Essendon and North, some weaker defensive teams. So he could probably feast on those opponents as well. But yeah, it's no gimmies at the same time. Like, Essendon are very similar to St Kilda for us. They're just a team we always seem to struggle against. We did lose against them last year, early in the season, when we played a shocking game at Marvel. And yeah, it's our second game in the MCG next week. We did play earlier that year against the Hawks, so good to see back us on the Hello Turf. And look, it might be against the weakest team in pretty much the competition, but for us to see a win at the G on the cusp of finals would be nice to see. It would be nice to see, no matter the opponent. Papley now, can beat. Yep, he beats. McDonald, what a snap. Yep, he beat Harrison Ram there for pace. Gave the hands of McDonald, snaps around the corner, and McDonald's got another. Over 150 points, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing going well, Craig, mate. Welcome. It's a great win. Looking forward to watching the highlights tomorrow. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Supposedly you've just, I know you haven't been able to watch the game or something, but yeah, it's high-scoring affair, mate. Good to see us put the foot down against, a pretty weak and experienced Port side. I kind of say it goes to expectation, but I don't want to be pumping up our own tyres. But still putting 155 points is pretty impressive. Winning the St Kilda game last week, flew all the way down from North New South Wales. Don't deserve that. Don't deserve the win. To be fair, I thought we deserved to win it. To be fair, like that, since quarter time, every second and third, fourth quarter, we're winning the clearances and inside 50. So we really weren't that far off, to be honest. We just couldn't really get the game on our terms and execute. It felt like could have there been that patch where we would go bang, and that's exactly what we saw the fourth quarter. Was it 6 goals to 1 the final term, and I think we were spirited with that unfortunate Will Edwards injury. That seemed to get us up and about. But look, I thought we were hanging in there okay. We were pretty sloppy though in the back half. Like the Saints were making us pay a bit, but yeah, again the Saints always give us a challenge. Burgoyne now inside 50. And it's going to be just a mark to Whitlock. But each their own, mate. Yeah, no, a lot of errors. I mean, I am concerned against good pressure sides. Like, the Saints, we looked absolutely... we were so panicked. Sometimes we had the ball in the back 50. I mean, again, the Saints fought our pressure throughout the third and throughout that second term was very good, to be fair, but yeah, still questions to be asked on this team. Whitlock gets another one. Now he's kicking some goals in junk time, so I suppose help his confidence. Another one to Port here. So they got 10 goals, 10 whilst we've got 24 goals, 11. Wow. No, good. As I say, good teams find a way to win those ones, I do think. And yeah, it was an impressive final quarter. We just clicked into another gear whilst the Saints weren't able to go with us, but yeah, still got some concerns on this team come finals time, like against the elite and high-pressure sides. Can we stand up to it? That's been the concern this year. We haven't been able to find ways to win against some of these higher-ranked opposition. But if we lock in top 2, like we have to be a chance. We're going to get at least 2 home finals. The qualifying final will be huge for us because I think if we lose that, it's most likely if we were to win the semi, we'd have to go to Perth to play Freo, which is just season suicide kind of stuff. I know Freo lost today, but it's just, you can't see him losing a final at home, to be fair. Very hard to see it, especially with a lot riding on it. Oh, Lloyd may be at the back. Jakey Lloyd, he's got another Jake Lloyd. He's cashing in. Goal number 25. Another goal from the centre bounce as well. Wow. Yeah, I'm worried too about No Edwards, Big Cone. Like, he's a big presence for us since he's come in. To be fair, I think Hamling's done quite well in this game, but yeah. See what happens. Questions to be asked, but I tell you, Good to see us have a big win this afternoon, eh? Did you see a Swannies and... Do you see a Swannies and... Oh, do I see? Sorry, I thought you said, have you gone to see one? I'm like, they haven't played before in a grand final. Yeah, no, I would. I've been to 22 and 24. Yeah, geez, those have been fun experiences as a Sydney supporter, bloody hell. No, they're amazing experiences, grand finals. You know, especially as a, I wouldn't say foreigner, but an interstater like myself. When you go to the G, it's like bloody, it's a big coliseum. Beautiful, clear day as well. Both grand finals they were. It's an amazing experience, win or lose, but it just sucks the life out of you when you're getting belted. The game's over at fucking half time. Cody Marks, we could have had another here. This could be 100 points. Fucking hell. I haven't really noticed the margin that much. At the minute, it's 90. Fucking hell, it's... yeah, 91 points in the minute. Wow. But yeah, I could definitely see it like a mate. Port are in the throw in the box seat. Billy Curdy slotted it. Wow. Yeah. Curdy's been slotting them well, which is good to see. He's a good set shot. Wow, well, it's fucking huge margin at the minute. 97 points to be exact. Let's see if we can hit 100. There's still 25 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our runners are much lighter, smaller than other teams. Yeah, that has been a bigger term issue for us, it feels like. Like when Brisbane lost. Physical-wise, belted. Couldn't stick tackles. Felt, well, it was men against boys at times. And that's what we've seen the last two grand finals from us as well. Well, let's see what happens, eh? Yeah, well, this is clearly Port's worst loss of the season. Again, like the context, it's sort of, I guess, kind of justified. Like they've lost, you know, there's so much inexperience. I think it's one of the most inexperienced teams of a long time, probably on paper-wise. 12 seconds to go, so looks like it won't be a 100-point margin, but what a win it was. What a win it is, I should say, excuse me. Big win. Looking like we've pretty much shored up top two if we are to win one of our games next week with our percentage booster this afternoon. 26 goals, 11, 167 to 10 goals, 10. It was a good challenge from Port early on, but the golf and talent really showed today. The Swans got the games on their terms, the majority of it, and they cruised to a 97-point win. If you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, give us the flag now. Jeez, this thing's easy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 5 more wins to go. Hey, 5 more to go. That's how we should view it. Yeah, big win, big win. Can't complain with that. But, yeah, like, again, very, very inexperienced Port side. Hopefully Horn Francis is okay. Looked like he was in good spirits on the bench, so hopefully it's not like a nasty knee injury or anything. Gordon survived the HIA, has a big game. 39 touches, a goal to his name. Josh Rung loved his performance. I'm really excited about the young man's future with his versatility. Got the job on Horn Francis. And, yeah, spent quite a bit of time around the ball. So it seems that now James Jordan has gotten the emotion of not being the tagger anymore, and it's all on 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 wrong. And yeah, Charlie, of course, kicking a bag tonight with 5 goals too. So yeah, he's pretty much in the pole position for the the Coleman medal. But yeah, strong out at 35% CBAs. That's a lot. That's well the highest out of anybody. And yeah, Green got the majority of the CBAs. So I thought maybe Green would have a little bit less and McLean do a bit more of the centre bounce work. But yeah, a lot to like with Green too. Had some hit outs against young Van Wyck and Jordan Sweet as well. But yeah, no, happy to see Green get a game before the season's end, given he was had a long-term injury earlier this season. Look, does he stay in next week? Probably not. I think he comes out for Grundy, but yeah, we're not really a team that drill rucks that much. He could maybe stay in, but I just don't think he's as good as a forward presence as McLean, so he probably stays in. But yeah, no, good to see him get a run. 𝐓𝐿𝐼 kicking 2. Love to see him get his first goal in the big time. Yeah, always good to see. After a 𝐼𝐻𝐡𝐞 run of behinds. Thanks very much, Craig. Yeah, take care, mates. And yeah, a very good win, dark horse. Going to rest next week or kick 8. Well, we rested Rampy, which was pretty fair enough. He is 36, to be fair, the grandpa. I appreciate Aussie Trump, mate. But yeah, it's really interesting that the versatility of Strong Hearts. Like, does he continue to stay on the ball? Does he continue this tagging job? I mean, who is there to tag? Maybe Zach Merritt next week. Yeah, like I'm really excited about the young man's future with his versatility. Well, big win in the end, lads. 3-1 votes. Oh, geez, plenty of players had their lick of the ice cream. I love 𝐓𝐿𝐼's game. 23 touches and 2. Chad sort of kicked his goals late. I mean, I might give my best on ground to Sarong. Like, it might be probably Gordon or officially Gordon or someone will get it, but like he was good early on too. He seemed to set the tone with a bit of his composure while we looked a little bit off the ball early on. So, yeah, I might give him the 3. 2 votes. Oh, do I go to 𝐓𝐿𝐼? He had such a clean game. Yeah, I'll probably give two to Gordon. Like, he worked hard, 39 touches, and then one vote. I might go to 𝐓𝐿𝐼. I love this game. So 3 Sarong, 2 Gordon, 1 to 𝐓𝐿𝐼. But plenty of good contributors this afternoon. Oh, yeah, 𝐵𝐚𝐞 with 5, to be fair. Yeah, no, we'll actually go, 1 for 𝐵𝐚𝐞. Because I'm looking at the top of the plays here and sort of looking down. Yes, of course. I think 𝐵𝐚𝐞 deserves it. A good game on 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Like, 𝐿𝐼's a tough player to beat. Well, big win, ladies and gentlemen. We get it done by 97 points. Wow. I mean, this is a pretty restrictive Port Adelaide side, but yeah, it's kind of one of those late stage of the season games for a young and inexperienced team. Big losses can happen, but no, good to say is put the foot on the throat and win big. Percentage-wise, I think we're about maybe 125 before this game. We're now 134, so we're coming for you. We're coming for you. Frito Dockers, we're coming for you. No, we won't bloody finish the top of the table, I don't think. But that pretty much all but locks top 2. Like, if we were to lose... Yeah, like, if we basically win next week, we're there. Like, even if we were to lose to North, Brisbane won't catch up with percentage. That's just too far. Well, thanks for tuning in, lads. Big win. Yeah, no, good to see us set the tone with the authority. The running power, the slick hand passes. A bit of the classic Sydney style for this season. The hand passing game was in full effect. And, yeah, a gulf and difference of quality between both these sides. Some very, very slick football on display this afternoon. So smiles all around, lads. Let's see how we go come the point end of the season. But, you know, building these confidence-boosting wins, stacking up the W's is much needed before finals. So let's see what happens, eh? Hopefully you did enjoy the stream, lads, as well. Yeah, Interstate North are a bit different, to be fair, than Marvel. Let's see how they go. They had a good win, though, on Thursday. Much needed for their season. Well, thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your nights. Swannies by 97 points. And take care.